All right, you ready for your culprit?
Yep. Let's see him.
All right, man, here you go.
That's pretty good. Arian, like I'm telling you, that is the guy. If you've seen this man in Chicago, you let me know. Welcome back to Nanodosing. It's actually bonus macrodosing. Today's episode is being brought to you by our great friends over at Game Time. College football season's back. We got tailgates. We got rivalries. We got big week one games coming up. If you ever find yourself at the tailgate and you decide to grab tickets at the last minute, that's where Game Time comes in. Game Time app gives the advantage back to the fans. It's a hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use. The Game Time guarantee means that you can get tickets that you'll trust 100%. They're authentic tickets on time at the best price. I'm thinking about maybe going to Oasis on Thursday too with Hank. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. But college football is back this weekend. We got Tennessee at Syracuse, right? Or is it?
What's in Atlanta?
It's in Atlanta, neutral site.
Yeah.
Who's the home team?
That's a good question. We're listed second on Game Time, so maybe us, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so if you want to go to that, if you're in Atlanta, you want to go check out the Tennessee Volunteers take on the Syracuse Orange. Big T, what are we looking at to get in there?
So we've talked about the zone deals before. They've got some very good zone deals, $71 for tickets, and then there are tickets in the lower levels for like $82, like great deals.
Huge. Great deals.
Yeah.
Get out, watch some college football this weekend. Take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code MACRO, get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code MACRO for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, download the Game Time app today. This might be an all-time bad start to a day. Not to get people off on a bummer mood. I know it's a Tuesday morning on Nanodosing, but over the weekend I went to Jersey, played a little show down the Jersey Shore, which is great. I miss the Jersey Shore so much. And when I was in a hotel, I stayed over in Manhattan on, I guess that'd be Thursday night, and I had a bunch of stuff, and I took all my clothes out to get ready for the next day because I had to leave really early. When I tried to repack my suitcase, it wasn't really fitting, so I had to readjust some things, took my laptop out, left my laptop, which I've had since 2016, in this hotel room. That was the original laptop that I was issued by Barstool Sports, and it still works for some reason.
They haven't given you a new one?
No, they have. They've tried to, but I just keep going back to my old one. I like the way my fingers and the keys get along well. We're very familiar with each other. So I left it in the hotel, and then I just figured, you know what? Maybe it's time to let the old ways die, in the words of Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. So I just kind of left it there. I haven't been in touch with the hotel yet. I might give him a call back, actually, because you could probably get like $150 for it on the black market, maybe less, maybe $50. So I've got another laptop that All Business Pete gave me back in like 2019, because I think you can get a new laptop every 3 years or so.
I think so, yeah.
So I've got that one, but that was in the studio, the PMT studio. We just cleaned that out, and now I don't know where that one is. Luckily for me, I've got a streaming laptop that All Business Pete gave me back in like 2020 when I was playing like Super Nintendo and stuff like that. So I have that laptop. I brought that into work today, and I think it got stolen out of my El Camino on the way in. I stopped by the gas station to pick up a Black and Mild to celebrate Terry McLaurin signing with the Commanders. There were a couple very shady people in this gas station.
Was it one of the ones around here?
It was. There was a guy that he went to the back and he was like taking some of the chargers off the hook on the shelves, and he was like opening them up and like messing around, and then he went up to the front and he tried to return an empty box, and the lady was like, "Why are you trying to return this to me? It's empty." And he was just trying to get like $20 from her. And then that guy walked out before me, and then I was there buying the Black and Mild, and then I went out to my car. The El Camino doesn't really have great locks on the doors, plus the windows were open. Maybe that's on me. Didn't realize where that laptop was until I got to work, went looking for my old one, and I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just use the streaming laptop. Went out to my car, and that laptop is now gone.
So you've lost 3.
I've lost 3 laptops in the span of about 4 days.
That's impressive.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do right now. Zach is going to bring me his computer so I can have one to look at. But one time I had a job back in Austin, and it was I was selling software testing, and it was a work from home job. And I didn't live in like the best part of Austin. And one night somebody broke into my car, stole my laptop out of there. And I was like, okay, well, that sucks because it's a very small company. I had to tell my boss, hey, I need a new laptop because mine got stolen. Then he gave me a new laptop. A few months later, I quit because I had a different job lined up. And then the day before my last day, somebody broke into my house, opened up the window, stole my laptop off the kitchen counter, and walked out. And I went in on the last day saying, hey, you're never going to believe this, but someone stole my laptop again. It was like a company of 5 people. And the guy was like, you have to pay for this one. I was like, I understand that. I've got bad luck with laptops. Actually, no, that's not true. I had a remarkable run.
It is starting to sound like
I had a great run with this one laptop since 2016.
Until you didn't.
Until I didn't. That's a 9-year run.
How many laptops have been stolen from you in your life?
Well, if we're counting this one,
why would we not count this one?
Jury's still out. I don't know. Maybe it'll show up.
I'm like this with AirPods. I've lost
that's
3 or 4 pairs of AirPods.
That's reasonable. They're small. You misplace them.
I've left them in a hotel, left them in an Uber.
That makes sense. You losing a whole brick
I've never
of
lost a laptop. Yeah.
I've lost 3 laptops now.
Well, 4 it sounds like.
Well, no, I'm saying like stolen.
How many
laptops?
Said
the one in Austin.
No, I've had 2 stolen in Austin. I had 1 stolen this morning out of my car. And
the one in the hotel.
That's not stolen. That's
right,
me.
but that you've lost somehow is 4.
How many laptops have disappeared since you own them?
Under my watch?
5.
Under your
right?
5. Now they're 5, but I'm gonna find one of them. I know one of them is around somewhere.
One happens. Yeah. 2 is starting to develop a real trend. 3 is a ton, and you're at 5.
I'm at 5 right now. But I
might be it. You think, dog? Like
you're not talking about the hot streak I had from 2016 through 2025.
Well, by your logic, I'm on a fucking roll. I have never got a laptop stolen.
Yeah, you're one of the all-time greats.
One of the goats. I did leave iPad in the plane once.
Yeah,
that's my bad. That was my bad, and it's still there. It is to this day, it's still there. They won't release it to me.
What do you mean?
They won't give it to me. I did everything in my power, and they're like, it's in the warehouse. We know it's in the warehouse. I'm like, well, let's go get it. They was like, I don't think we can do that. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Here he is.
I just bought a new one. I didn't want to do it.
Thank you, Zach. Appreciate it. Hey, Zach, do I need to log you out or anything? Are you signed into Messenger or anything like that?
Zach, be careful. He's lost 5 laptops.
Yeah,
so
tell him to keep an eye on that.
You may need to talk to Pete about preemptively getting a new one.
I'm on a bad streak right now.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Zach.
Wait, hold on. Is that his personal computer?
This is work computer.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, handing another man your personal computer that's a wild thing to do. You got iMessage up, FaceTimes, search history. That shit's.
I'm gonna just log out of Zach's. Here we go. We're gonna log out of his Gmail so I can just at least have my email pulled up. He is. I think Zach's trustworthy.
Do you want to know something, though? Josh Pate says this all the time. If your Monday sucks in April, your day just sucks.
Yeah.
But if you lose your laptop on a Monday from here through Christmas, you got kickoff coming up that weekend.
That's true.
We've got something now.
I'm fine with it. Listen, I can recognize that I'm having a bad morning, but also things could be a lot worse for me.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin might not have signed the extension.
Right.
So anything could happen after the news that I got this morning on my drive into work. That's probably why I got the laptop stolen, why I was so absent-minded.
Well, I
was excited.
That event did directly lead to you going to the gas station where it got stolen.
That's very true.
Terry McLaurin kind of lost your laptop.
I'm going to bill Josh Harris and the Commanders.
I mean, they just gave him $100 million. They can give you $500.
More than that.
500.
Yeah. This is a MacBook Pro, buddy.
I haven't bought a laptop in a long time. I don't know.
Stunt.
I've I bought a laptop once my freshman year of college, used that until I started working here, and then they've given me these ever since. So
Wait, hold on. Barstool issues laptops?
Yep.
yeah, you want one?
Yeah, do you want one?
Absolutely. What the fuck?
Well, get in line, Arian.
I mean, I'm 5 years in the company, bro. I can't have a laptop. What is nobody told me about the what else? What other perks am I missing? What else can I get? Let me get a
$80 on Uber Eats per month.
Yeah.
Sperry's and hair gel.
$80 on Uber Eats per month.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this stuff.
That went away for a while, but it's back now.
Yeah.
Did it?
I think so.
That's a couple meals, cuz. How do I need everything. I need
401k match.
yeah, I need to do that too. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I don't think you're full time, are you?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
I don't
are
think
you
you're full-time.
technically like an
Yeah,
employee?
that's right. I'm not full time. You're right.
We get the
We'll get
laptop.
you
We
the
may be
perks.
able to do
Yeah.
that though.
I'm gonna need a laptop though. I'm gonna need
Okay.
a laptop. I don't even really need one. I would like one. Like when I'm in you know what I'm saying? I would like to pretend like I'm doing shit.
Right. Answer emails.
Absolutely. Well, it's good to have you. It looks like you cracking it. What are you doing, man? It looks like you cracking the code. What are you doing?
I'm cracking the code. I'm just logging in. Yeah, a technical term.
What's the is it weird not having can you get
Yeah,
know?
it feels different.
yeah.
It feels
Weight
it's
is
like
off.
playing somebody else's guitar. You know, like it's gonna take me a second to get used to it.
Oh well, because yours, if yours is from 16, it's got the old keys.
Old keys, which I
You-
like.
You don't have the clicky ones.
Yeah, I had the power keys,
Yeah.
which I liked. I appreciate.
See, I'm used to these now.
Yeah, I'll get used to it. I'll find the new laptop and it'll be fine. But I do think one got stolen today. Now I want to go to the gas station and see if they can look at their security camera. Because I know who did it. I know exactly who did it. I could do a perfect
What was he wearing?
police sketch. I think he was wearing a tank top. Tank top or t-shirt.
It's not starting out well, man.
Tank top or t-shirt?
This guy had long hair. He had bad facial hair.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna draw your police sketch. Hold on.
Okay. Are you an artist? Is Arian an artist?
Musical artist.
That wouldn't
sometimes.
shock me if he was just like really good at sketching.
I could never draw.
Me neither.
I can't draw anything.
I tried to do. You remember Bob Ross?
Yeah.
There was a guy who was like Bob Ross, but for like pencils.
Well, to be clear, I don't remember Bob Ross. I've seen Bob
You're
Ross.
familiar with Bob
You
Ross.
remember.
No, I think Bob Ross might have been before my time too.
Really? I
But
thought
they-
he was like 80s, 90s.
They played reruns, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But the pencil version of Bob Ross was a guy named Commander Mark.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah,
We're talking about Bob Ross the GOAT.
Bob Ross the goat. All right, so you want to do a
He
police
still
sketch?
he still streams on Twitch, by the way.
Is he-
Really?
he's alive?
I didn't know he was
No,
still
no,
with
no, no,
us.
he's dead. But
Oh.
like all his
Oh,
shows,
well
they
then.
stream on Twitch.
Okay, so someone else puts his videos on Twitch.
Well, it's not his video. It's like his what do they call it? His estate.
Lessons?
Yeah, so like it's legit like all his episodes and like it's so
Is it
kinda
run
cute.
by somebody who like is a relative of Bob Ross?
I would assume. I don't want to come out and say, but I would assume after every episode everybody said GG's.
He died in 1995.
Did he really?
Yeah.
All right, so you want to do a police sketch?
Let's do it, dog. All
All
right.
right, this guy had long hair,
Okay.
long brown hair,
Long brown hair. Okay. What's
Yep.
it like? Can you describe it? That's
like just past shoulder length.
okay.
He's a white male.
Okay, we're off to an interesting start.
Yeah, this is not going to end up good for me.
Yeah.
He had bad facial hair. He had a bad mustache.
Uh-huh.
I swear to God,
What kind of shirt?
it was either a like tank top or a t-shirt.
All right, those are very distinct. What about a blue and white stripe
I
polo?
don't recall he was wearing shorts,
Uh-huh.
looking shifty.
Hat?
No hat.
Mm.
Fuck does looking shifty mean, fam? Do you understand I'm drawing a person that I've never seen before? You're telling me he's looking shifty?
Put a little scowl on his face.
This is all I remember about the guy. He looked like a really thin Jersey Jerry with long hair.
God, this is the-
So-
Yo, he would be shit at this, by the way.
So
bro.
nothing
I would
like
never
Jersey
get
Jerry.
mugged,
Well, no,
man.
like the face had some similarities. The mustache had some. I mean, Jersey Jerry's got a good mustache. This guy had a weak mustache.
Yo, you like shape of the chin, cheekbones, nose structure. You are fucking up.
Okay, all right, kind of sunken features. Very, very thin face, gaunt. His face looked gaunt. He was about 5'10", 5'11".
Does nothing for me. I don't think you understand the premise of telling a police sketch person features of a face.
They do say eyewitness testimony is the least reliable.
The least. This is horrible.
All right, that's really all I got.
What the fuck does gaunt mean?
Like kind of like pale, sickly. He looked like a sickly,
What kind of
taller,
eyes? What kind of
skinnier
eyebrows?
Jersey
Jesus
Jerry.
Christ.
Bushy.
Like age range? I mean, can we like?
I would say 25 to 32.
You said white male.
White male.
All right, thin lips.
I didn't say that.
Playing the law of averages, man.
Profiling. And he was returning an empty phone charger.
Can you
trying to
return stuff to a gas station?
He tried to, and the lady was like, "I'm not taking this.
No,
There's no charger in there."
I understand, but
He
had
tried to
there
return a
been,
box.
you could return a charger to a gas station? I didn't know they do returns.
I think most probably don't. He was trying to play the angle of, I just bought this, and now I'm bringing it back because it's not the right kind of charger.
Is it the one up here on the corner?
Yeah, the lady
I've been in there one time. I have no desire to go back.
the lady was joking with me behind the counter after the guy tried to return that. So we kind of she remembers the guy probably more than I do. So I have a second eyewitness.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Call her down here.
I might. So Pete, if you're listening to this, sorry. But to be fair, I haven't asked you for a laptop ever, except for that one time for a streaming laptop. But compare that to most people that work here, I feel like he's gotten a lot more tech requests than he has from me.
Probably.
I've been a pretty low maintenance kind of guy.
You know, I forgot how to draw noses, man.
Triangles with holes.
Yeah, but it's like from the front. Usually when I draw nose, it's usually profiles. I got that shit down, but from the front, it's like I forget.
I didn't know you could draw like that.
I mean, I can't draw like that.
Can I see what you got?
Yeah, I don't know how you said he had gout.
He looked gaunt.
No.
He might have had gout. Who's to say? That's HIPAA. This is what I get for trying to celebrate a Terry McLaurin extension.
Yeah, you were stunting, and
I was.
sent it right back on you.
Should have gone to a cigar shop, not a gas
You
station.
might not have had Black and Milds at the cigar shop.
Well, you could have gotten a nice cigar.
That's true. But shout out to the Commanders for extending Terry this morning. I reported that they extended him last Friday, that they had a secret extension that they weren't telling anybody about. I think I might have been right. I think there might have been a secret extension. They wanted to wait till Monday to announce it.
All right, you ready for your culprit?
Yep. Let's see him.
All right, man, here you go.
That's pretty good. That's the guy.
Wow, that is actually pretty
Arian,
good.
like I'm telling you, that is the guy. If you've seen this man in Chicago, you let me know. I feel like Dwight when he's going around trying to find the, what was it, the Predator?
Yeah.
And he looks in the mirror.
He looks like Mitch Hedberg.
I gave Arian a police sketch of myself by accident.
Did your guy look like Mitch Hedberg?
A little bit. Nah, not really. Like long hair. All guys with long hair kind of look the same.
Right.
But yep, there it is. That's him. That's the guy. There also is a good chance though that it was me and I've just misplaced it somewhere. Maybe I just couldn't find it in my car.
Still the same guy.
I know. But the beauty of the El Camino is that it's just got one seat and there's really no storage space to speak of. So I feel like I would have seen it if I was
Not locking your doors while going into the gas station is
With the windows down.
Well, it's
Windows
a process
down,
to
I don't
roll
want
them
to.
up.
I don't want to victim blame, but
It's a process to roll them up. Like I got to lean over the bench and then to be perfectly honest with you, one of the window roller things fell off and then I have to put that back on and then roll it up. It's a big process.
you did.
Yo, that
Did you bring a
car is a
backpack
liability,
today?
dog. I'm gonna keep it
I
a
did.
beam with you.
You didn't think to put it in your backpack and take that in?
No. Again, mistakes were made.
For sure. Doesn't excuse someone stealing it, but you didn't make it incredibly difficult.
Bring in the National Guard.
Hey.
I've been radicalized.
It turns out you can just stop all the murders.
Yeah, you could.
I would love to do that here.
If the Army occupied every town and city in America, crime would go way down.
Well, a lot of cities don't need it. Some do.
They would go way down. I think one murder is too much, Big T.
Then that's on you. I think that we should do it where it's the worst.
If we were all on camera 24/7, we could drop the murder rate to basically zero.
Easy. I don't know that that's true. You already are.
Pretty much zero. Pretty much
you are. If you're in public, you are on camera 24/7.
So what is going on with the National Guard? I saw that it's been deployed in Washington, D.C.
No murders, 12 consecutive days.
No murders for 12 consecutive days per the D.C. Police Department?
Yes.
And now Trump is trying to send the... Here's my big thing, though, right? I do think that crime in D.C., it was bad. It was very bad. In specific neighborhoods, it's always been bad. But with sending in the National Guard to places, you're going to run into some unintended consequences with that. And that's not really what they're trained for, is like policing urban areas. So while it's good that there's no murders, I don't know that it's a good long-term solution. Also, do you remember back in like 2012, 2014, Obama was president, and there was a military training operation in Texas. Is this ringing any bells?
I do not recall this, no.
So they were doing a military training operation, I believe with the National Guard, where they set up like a fake town, and they were doing like training in terms of if we go to war and you have to occupy a city. So they were training for that, kind of like we didn't really do any of that before we went to Iraq, and we were unable to really take care of that after we sent our troops there. They were doing a training operation. The name of it is escaping me, but you can look it up. And Alex Jones freaked out for about 90 days, just like every day, red alert, red alert. They're training on sending the National Guard into our cities. This is the start of the end of liberty. They've eliminated posse comitatus. This is what the New World Order has been trying to prepare you for. 90 days of like absolute freaking out in terms of we should start arming ourselves to fight back against what's going on, because they were doing a training exercise in Texas. Not a word from Alex Jones about this.
Color me shocked.
Not a word. In fact, I think he's pumped about it. I think he's excited about it. And that to me is like, come on, Alex. At least have some sort of consistency here. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for Alex Jones, nor would I ever want to. But.
Yeah. I just remember, I'm trying to remember the name of that military operation that they did. And it turns out it was just a training exercise. But
so I think I'd consider you a libertarian, right? More on the libertarian side of the political spectrum. Yeah.
Wait,
which one?
Yeah, definitely Big T.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know in some aspects, but continue.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, what do you think of the military presence in our?
I mean, society? I think it's very interesting that it seems to be a pretty great deterrent. About a mile down the road from my apartment last night, guy walking down the street 9 p.m. just got shot in the head. Appears to be pretty random. I would, if it will stop the murders in Chicago, bring him in.
So you're for a military I just distinctly remember conservatives being against this. This is like a fucking.
I don't think it should be a permanent solution, but it appears to be working. Does it not?
Well, yeah. If you put teachers, 7 teachers in the classroom, there will be no misconduct. Yes, but it's not viable. It is.
Correct. I do not think it is a viable permanent solution, but I am intrigued by the fact that it's clearly doing something.
Are you intrigued to the point where like you want soldiers on the street?
Well, I mean, it's the National Guard. It's not.
They're in the military.
I understand. Maybe. I don't know.
For the record, I do not want that. I think that's.
Would you rather have the murders?
No, I don't want any murders.
Okay.
But so this is why it's just so disingenuous. If you look at the murder rate it is increasingly going down. So like, is there crime? Sure, but it's way better than it has been. It's in your lifetime and in my lifetime.
But the DC murder rate being better than it has been in the 80s is not, that doesn't mean it's good.
I would argue there's no such thing as a good murder rate, but if you put people in a room, they're going to disagree with each other, and there's going to be bad people. That's life. I, I, from my reading, right, rarely does more policing lead to less crime, right? There are some correlation studies that I wouldn't say assert that, but probably infer that. But again, even in those studies, they're like, this is just correlation. What we do know is a deterrent to crime is housing, education, and healthcare. These are that is certified. But it always astounds me that we're always for more police, more military, more hammers, more guns, but rarely are we like, yo, let's feed people and house people. I don't understand it, but I'm a leftist.
Yeah, I think that there's something that you can do to bring down the crime rate without sending in troops. Like I don't think that we should be sending in troops on our own cities.
All right, so what are those? I'm for whatever will make the murder rate 0.
Okay. Well, I mean, there are ways that you could
mental health care, free education, food programs. This has all been.
If you can show me that will stop murders completely, do it.
The only way
I will send you the studies, brother.
Big T, you could bring the murder rate to 0 if you locked everybody in a room all day, right? And then supervise them. So there's a balance that you can strike.
Sure.
I don't think that having soldiers on the street in perpetuity, like what's the plan here? When are we going to get the soldiers out?
I don't know. I am
like murder rate 0. Do you know job done?
Well, you could do the logic.
Like when do you get them out?
Yourself.
I don't know. But do you not think it's a little interesting that it's 0?
Well, I think having troops on the street is absolutely 100% going to bring crime down. Yes.
There were a lot of people who said the exact inverse of that when Trump announced this was going to happen.
I don't think, well, okay, I can't speak for those people, but having troops.
I believe there was a column in the New York Times that said this will dramatically increase crime.
I don't know about what the long-term effects are going to be. Right now, obviously, when there are soldiers on the street, the murder rate is going to go way down. Crime's going to go down 100%. Yes,
I would like to see that article. Because if they're saying in the moment that they're there, I would question that writer. But if they're saying in the long term, I would probably agree with them. Because what does increasing police presence in those communities do? It stifles the relationship between the communities and the policing. That's why for years, decades, since I've been alive, people from those communities, from our communities, are saying, stop sending police here that aren't from here, because they don't know these communities.
I think that big cities like DC and Chicago do have a crime problem. And I think that in a place like Chicago, one of the biggest problems is that the post-arrest is a big mess. Like what you do with people after you arrest them for violent crimes, whether it be that the courts are too packed, the bail system is completely broken, and you have people that are violent offenders that are going back out on the streets. I think that obviously, if you get arrested for like carjacking somebody, or if you get arrested for assault with a deadly weapon, we should figure out a way to fast track this so that you do get sentenced appropriately faster.
I would agree that is the number one problem with crime in America right now.
Yeah, I think that is an issue, but
where does that happen? All of these cities we're talking about.
What happened? Yeah,
DC, New York, Chicago, San Francisco, LA. You get let out. No bail, good to go.
There's some issues that need to be solved. I don't think that sending troops is going to be a long-term solution. I think it's an easy, like, visual to be like, look what I'm doing. I'm sending troops into our cities. But I mean, this is something that it shouldn't be political. It should be, given the history of this country and where the right has typically positioned themselves and the left has typically positioned themselves, it should be something that we all agree on, that we should not be sending troops into our own cities. I think the justification for that was like in a time of war, you can send troops in, and people are like, well, it basically is a war zone. You can say basically a war zone, but it's not a war zone. We're not at war. There's no war going on. So that's all I'm saying. I don't think it's a long-term solution. And
I agree with that.
yeah. So because like right now you could say, oh, the murder rate's 0, mission accomplished. Now we can take the troops out.
Would you have imagined that it would immediately, all murders in DC would cease when this happened?
Well, we don't know 100%. We're talking about murders that have been reported.
Okay,
that are
but
being
prior to this,
investigated.
there has never been a period where there were none reported, so that's all we can go
There's never been a week where there's 0 murders in DC?
7 days was, I believe, a record. Yeah, now it's at 12.
I'll have to look at that, but I think last August there were like, I want to say 11 or 12 murders in DC. For that, maybe it was that week. I looked it up a few days ago.
I believe I saw 7 consecutive days was a record, if not ever, for a significant period of time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised that the murder rate has fallen while there are troops that are on the streets.
But gone to 0?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. If there's armed soldiers
I was very surprised by that.
that
But
are outside.
What surprises you about that?
I mean, it's a place where violent crime happens all the time, and it's just
you been
immediately ceased.
Have you been to DC?
Many times. One of my favorite cities.
It's like small as shit.
Sure.
Very small place. So like if there's military presence, like it to me, like, yeah, why would people who do violent crime in front of the National Guard?
I agree with you. I haven't been there since this has happened. I don't know how widespread it is, where exactly they are. I was very interested in the fact that it was so dramatic. But like I said, I agree with you that that's not a permanent solution.
Mm-hmm.
But if it will stop people from getting randomly shot in the head down the street from where I live, I am in favor of it.
I think there's other solutions that we can look at.
What are those?
I think talking about reforming the bail system is a big one.
I agree.
I think that there's different ways that
Well, DC stopped it immediately. I would love it to stop immediately.
Would
What
you
do you
be
think causes
comfortable?
crime? What do you think causes crime?
A ton of stuff.
We're on a podcast.
Okay.
Tell me some things.
I think growing up in an environment where it's seen a lot and not thoroughly discouraged is a massive part of it.
Okay.
What's funny about that?
I just continue.
I mean, obviously there's a massive correlation between poverty and crime.
Okay.
I would say those are probably 2 of the biggest ones.
So growing up and seeing it without it being condemned, and then poverty.
Sure.
I would agree. I would agree with you.
I don't know that. Yeah, I would say those are the 2 biggest.
Now that murder's down to 0 in DC, can we bring back the bullets?
I would argue that should have never left. But
I know. Now's a good time to do it, though.
that could be a good PR win for that franchise that does not have many.
The safest city in the world,
Yeah,
Washington, D.C. I think we can go back to bullets now.
go for it.
We go back to bullets, we make the playoffs. Guarantee you.
I don't. Wizards is they're Wizards now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's just a shitty name.
it is.
It's
I
like
agree.
it's like one of those like any given Sunday football team names. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like.
It's terrible.
I think
don't
most
judge.
professional sports teams are very, like, that's one of the things I dislike about professional sports. It's so generic. It's the Jets and the Bears today. Like, you couldn't come up with anything better than that.
I mean, a bear might be the most terrifying animal on the planet. Top 5.
I don't know about that.
What?
Who's your big 5?
All right, hippo, number 1.
Okay.
Tiger is more fearsome than a bear.
Yep.
I disagree strongly.
Oh, dude,
Tigers
there are
are.
bears that won't mess with you. Every tiger will eat you alive.
Oh, you talking about black bears?
Yeah.
Right, I'm saying not every bear will kill you. Every tiger will kill you.
Fair, but now we're treading into the territory of what kind of bear.
I'm not saying bears aren't scary, but I'm saying in terms
If
of
it's
the
black,
scariest.
fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, good night.
Good night.
Yep.
Them polar bears is a motherfucker.
Polar bear, yeah, different story.
That's what I'm saying.
They
Okay, go ahead.
actively seek out humans to kill.
I treat all bears the same, whereas I just don't go in their territory.
And that's fair enough. Lion, worse than bear.
Yep. I agree.
I disagree with it too. Yeah.
Would
Lion is marketed as like one of the most fearsome things, but not. They be getting their ass whooped by tigers.
Wait. I don't think that tigers and lions fight each other.
There's absolutely videos of tigers and lions fighting.
Are there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a handful, but like I've seen one or two,
Is
and
this
every
like-
time I've never seen a lion beat a tiger.
Well, tigers they weigh more.
What that got to do?
But I
with
mean, to say that lions aren't fierce.
Here we go.
I didn't say they weren't fierce. Whoa, don't put words in my mouth.
But they're not in your top 5.
I'm saying tigers are more fierce than lions, but lions got the best PR team of all time. Honestly,
It's the mane.
it does look majestic. Can't lie.
Mm-hmm. I would
Go round out your top 5.
I got one for you.
Gators and crocodiles way worse than a bear.
What?
What do you mean, what, dude? Have you seen those things?
Yeah, they're on golf courses all the time.
Yes, I don't go to those golf courses.
Bro, there's no way you think a gator is more ferocious than a bear.
If you're in the fight with one, absolutely.
No,
you crazy?
No.
They eat
you got a better
kids.
chance with a gator than a bear, bro. Gator, what?
They ate a kid at Disney World.
You're naming a one-off incident, and that has nothing to do with what.
Well, that was just the one I know of. I'm sure it happens far more often than that.
Well, I think that there's a distinction to be made here between alligator and crocodile.
Which one's worse?
Crocodile.
He said gator.
I said both.
Gator.
I said both.
Crocodile is way worse.
Crocodiles are way bigger and way more aggressive.
They're in the same family to me, but
okay. Let's take some time to remember Gustav, the Nile crocodile from the Ruzizi River that has killed as many as 200 to 300 people.
I'm not laughing at their deaths. I'm just curious as to after the first 5, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
I would say after the first 100. Why are we going near that river?
That's when it raises your antennas.
He could easily be more than 20 feet long and weigh over 2,000 pounds.
Is this a myth or we actually have evidence?
No, this is a real crocodile, Gustav. He's a legend.
Love how you say that. Like, nah, we fuck with him around these parts.
I respect him.
Would you rather be confronted with a bear or like the world's biggest, most poisonous snake?
Oh, wait, that's different.
What kind of bear?
That's a personal
Let's
thing.
say brown bear, one that's trying to get you.
Snake.
Oh, I disagree.
You can run away from a snake.
You
can climb a tree. You can climb a tree with a snake.
Oh, snakes can climb trees.
Dude, they
coil.
Can snakes climb trees?
You zigzag when you run away from a snake.
I have to imagine.
I could outrun any snake.
That's for sure not
I don't
true.
think so.
I can outrun 0 bears.
That's also true. See, it says, yes, most snakes can climb trees.
Yeah.
Most.
The world's fastest snake, the Sidewinder, can travel at speeds of up to 18 miles an hour.
I can hit 18.
That's actually slower than I would have guessed.
I can hit 18, yeah.
And that's the fastest one?
So I think, you might be able to outrun a snake.
I could outrun a snake.
Shark
is more ferocious.
I will be able to.
Yeah, shark, I don't want to. Shark is actually where I think that's the line of delineation with bear. I think that's where it's a very close call.
I do agree, though, that if the NFL started existing this year, 2025, and they announced all the city names, there would be a lot of cities being like, dude, our name sucks.
Agreed.
But the fact that there's so much history built into them, like the New York Jets, that'd be a bad one.
Yeah. The Giants.
The Giants.
I don't love a lot of.
I think Minnesota would really like their name. I think Vikings would still play. I think Detroit would still like their name. I think.
See, that's another one that's like
the Lions.
The Lions.
I think Miami. I like that vibe.
That's fine. But see, that's another thing. College washes the NFL, like awesome team names.
Yeah, I think Green Bay would be like, what the fuck?
To be fair, Big T, Volunteers is kind of a weak name, though.
It's unique.
I ain't say it was unique. It's weak. You
I
think
don't
it's a
know that
good,
I don't know that I
and then the
agree with you.
mascot is a hound dog. And then, I mean, not to go woke, but it was because they had the most volunteers for this is what I heard. I fact check this, but from what I remember, it was because they had the most volunteers during the Civil War.
Spanish American War.
Was it Spanish American? I thought it was
I
Civil
actually think it was a couple, but yeah, it was like the Alamo and all that.
War. Again, I'm gonna fact check that, but it's a weak name. It's a weak name.
I think Baltimore would be pumped.
That's a good one.
Ravens is a sick name.
Yep, and it's tied into the city.
It is. The Rams, LA would probably be like, we need something more glamorous than that.
LA Stars would be fire.
That actually would be good.
New Orleans Saints would probably be pumped. It's a good name. Falcons also excited.
The Mexican American War, not Spanish American. President James K. Polk and Tennessee's governor called for 2,800 troops, but 30,000 stepped forward to serve. Also, in the War of 1812, Tennessee Governor Willie Blount issued a call for 3,500 volunteer soldiers, and Tennesseans responded with around 28,000 men.
Wow. Stay ready, state.
Yeah.
That would be a fire license plate logo.
The Stay Ready State?
Yeah.
Yeah. Willie Blount, when he put out the call.
But like the Crimson Tide, the Golden Gophers, the Golden Hurricane.
I'm gonna give you the Crimson Tide. Golden Gophers, like kind of.
You don't think that's fun, unique?
I think it's a nice little. What it would be alliteration. I think it sounds good, rolls off the tongue well, but like it's not. A gopher is not intimidating.
It doesn't need to be intimidating. I just want it to be a fun, cool name. Florida Gators is even better than like every professional team.
I love Florida Gators.
You know what? Michigan needs to do something better with Wolverine. Wolverines
Too
are
small.
No, I'm saying it's a great nickname. But when you think of Michigan, you just think of the color blue and the color gold, maize or whatever it is.
Because they don't really have a Wolverine logo.
They don't embrace the animal.
They just have the M.
They're kind of wasting
the three, like little stripe. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's left over from that used to be on helmets in like the 1920s on like leather helmets, and they just kept it forever.
I love that helmet, by the way.
That's another that's a unique, cool thing that they have. Like college has way more of that stuff than.
Okay. Let me push back a little bit. Like you might not like them, but the Dallas Cowboys star is iconic.
Yep.
Sure.
San Francisco logo, Green Bay logo.
Yep.
The Green Bay logo is just it's the Georgia logo, just in a different color.
Who was first?
I honestly don't know. I would guess the Packers, because Georgia's probably had a bunch of different logos. Let's see.
The Raiders? Come on. That logo ain't hard.
That's a solid one. The Packers used the G first by a couple years.
Got him. Commanders is a dog shit name.
Yeah, but if we were to rename all the teams right now, I feel like Commanders would be middle of the pack in terms of
It's not last.
Yeah, it's not last. There's other, but the fact that there's no history, it does suck. Don't get me wrong.
Buccaneers is okay. I like the Seattle Seahawks. I feel like Orcas are not being utilized in any kind of professional sports way enough.
Our collegiate.
Yep.
By the way, happy college football back day.
Yeah.
What'd you think about week 0?
It was fine. Solid.
Farmageddon.
Avery Johnson's dad and brother got into a huge fist fight after the game.
That was wild.
Which is also how I learned Avery Johnson is not white.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew that already?
Yeah.
I did not.
So, yeah, Avery Johnson's dad and brother over in Ireland after the game had a little scrap. They've made amends. They issued a statement being like, sorry for distracting from the team. Whatever.
Better than getting in a fight with a stranger, I guess.
Yeah, fight your own family. And shout out to Avery Johnson's dad. Looked like he
was on top.
Held his own.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your big takeaway from week 0, Big T?
I mean, there was only one game that mattered, and it was kind of a slop fest on a shitty field in a country where we shouldn't be playing conference rivalry games. But I think Iowa State looked pretty solid. They probably should have beat them by more than they did. They could have scored at the end. I did have Carson Hansen touchdown. That was tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, good game. I'm excited for week 1. It's good to be back.
What do you think about Jalen Daniels?
You're talking about Kansas.
Yeah.
Jalen Daniels. I saw. Did you bet him for Heisman?
I bet him for Heisman.
I don't know about him winning the Heisman. I do like Kansas a lot to be a player in the Big 12.
What does that mean?
Like, I think they could sneak up and win the conference.
If that happens, then I feel like Jalen Daniels could be a finalist for the Heisman.
Maybe. I don't know how many wins it's going to take to get to the Big 12 championship game, but they were terrible to start last year and then came on very strong at the end. It just didn't matter because their record was already tanked. But they were very strong to end last season. Daniels is supposed to be healthy. I think they're a good value pick.
Because Shador and Travis last year, they didn't win the Big 12.
Correct.
But Travis still won the Heisman.
Yeah, what was their record? Were they 9-3?
I forget how many losses they had. But that's my roadmap for Jalen. At 60-1, I'll take it. But at the end of the day, I also fully recognize that if Arch Manning is a finalist, they're going to give Arch Manning the trophy.
Yeah, I mean, if he's a finalist, that means Texas is, in the playoff, could have won the SEC.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, football's back. I'm so excited. This weekend is going to be so good, man. I cannot wait.
But Kansas last year started 1-5, and then at the end of the season beat Houston 42-14, number 17 Iowa State, number 7 BYU, and number 16 Colorado.
Yeah.
They finished very strong.
They got a new stadium.
Yep. Well, 2/3 of one.
They're excited. Yeah, they got to take down a full corner of it and then build it back
I don't
up.
know if they're leaving that or whatever.
No,
but
the AD said they were going to tear that down.
Okay.
That's the next thing. Playing in a new stadium, that's got to be awesome, though. It's got to be a cool experience.
Had to play all the games in Kansas City last year.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got in the news today. So, Big T, you sent over this tweet from friend of the program, Bunky Perkins. Shout out, Bunk. Good guy. A tradition unlike any other, the annual Ole Miss Sigma Nu pledge list.
Oh, yeah, choose your fighter.
So they've got a list of names here, just of pledges for Sigma Nu at Ole Miss. What's your favorite one?
Hang on, I'm pulling it back up.
Now, explain this. What is this? Pledge list? What is this?
This is a list of all the new members of one of the frats at Ole Miss. And just there's some incredible names in there. The one everyone loved was Cash Bograve,
yeah,
I think. Who actually, it turns out, is a hero. He saved 2 kids from drowning a year ago.
Good for him.
Yeah, so he's solid. I liked Thompson Regimball.
That's good. I like
King
Beckham Dutcher.
Willingham Ratterman.
Wait, say that again?
Willingham Ratterman.
That's some old money right there.
Yep. That guy's great-great-grandfather went to Ole Miss.
What about Maxton Sketznadler?
Yep.
It sounds like the Key and Peele sketch, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond DeLessio. Devin Fountainhill. Finley McCuller that's old money.
Yes.
Desmond DeLessio.
Just a fun little list to look at.
Also in the news, we had a video come out. I guess the Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani in New York, he did a scavenger hunt over the weekend. I don't really know what you got from showing up at these places.
Is that what it was?
He was doing a scavenger hunt, yeah.
Okay.
But he also this is a big misstep, and I think even the people that don't like Zohran would admit that he's run a pretty good campaign in terms of how he's been able to organize. Big misstep on his part doing the bench press on Men's Day or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
you gotta know your limitations.
So he stepped up. He tried to bench 135, couldn't really do it. He looked like Tate. That's what it reminded. I think everyone saw that and thought about Tate when he couldn't put up 135. So Zohran tried to bench press 135 pounds, couldn't do it, needed a spotter. And then I actually think the funniest part of this was after that video comes out, Eric Adams tries to join in on dunking on Zohran, right?
And did the same thing.
He did the same thing, but he showed a video of him bench pressing, and he had some help on a lot of his reps. He wasn't going all the way.
He also was going halfway.
He was going halfway down. Those weren't clean reps. But our beloved mayor Eric Adams in New York said this is what 67 versus 33 looks like.
Yeah. A lifetime of hard work versus a silver spoon. The results speak for themselves. And he's doing half bench reps with a guy also holding onto the bar.
But the funniest part is that Eric Adams is not 67 years old.
Well, his tweet says 64.
Because he edited it. It was originally 67.
Really?
And then he changed it to say he forgot his own age by 3 years.
Interesting. I had not seen that there was a previous version.
This is why Eric Adams, God bless, I'm going to miss him when he's gone. He's
still got a shot, baby.
He is the funniest mayor in America. And it's not even, there's not a close second.
Yeah.
He is just a ridiculous human being. Did you see what happened over the weekend with one of his advisors?
No.
Oh, man. All right. So one of his advisors met with a reporter, I think was it City? Was that the name of the website? I think it was City. And tried to hand the reporter a potato chip bag stuffed with like $200 in cash.
I'm looking at it now.
And the reporter said, I can't accept this. And the advisor kept trying to give the reporter the money. Finally, just gave them the bag of potato chips and walked out. And immediately the reporter reported it and was like, hey, this just happened. It was weird as shit. And then the advisor tried to be like, I'm just trying to do the right thing. Why are you mad at me? Please don't get me in trouble. Why are you doing this to me? It's the funniest story.
While inside the store, Greco handed Honan the open bag of chips with the top crumpled close. Honan, thinking it was an offer of a light snack, told Greco more than once she could not accept the chips, but Greco insisted that she keep them. The two parted ways. Before entering a nearby subway station, Honan opened the bag and discovered a red envelope inside stuffed with cash, at least $100 bill and several $20 bills. Wait, so she wasn't going to accept a bag of chips?
No. It's a weird thing to be like, here, take this bag of chips.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. That seems like if someone's like, hey, you want this bag of chips? You could just say no, but it seems she was like, no, I can't because you work for a campaign.
Yeah, I don't know.
Listen, commitment to the job.
I don't
respect.
know if it was an ethical decision or it was
That's
just
what it sounds like.
That's kind of weird to be offering me chips decision. But so her attorney, the advisor attorney, she's a woman by the name of Winnie Greco, I believe. It says Greco, who is Chinese, said the act was a culture thing, a position her attorney supported in a statement to the city. I can see how this looks strange, Greco's attorney Stephen Brill told the city, but I assure you that Winnie's intent was purely innocent. In the Chinese culture, money is often given to others in a gesture of friendship and gratitude. Winnie is apologetic and embarrassed by any negative impression or confusion that this may have called. So I want to know how many other people this advisor's given just cash to. Also, she's been an advisor to Eric Adams for more than a decade. At some point, somebody probably should have the conversation with her. Hey, I don't know what your culture is, but we don't just give cash to reporters around here.
Also, $150. Like, you think that's buying you good press?
Yeah, no. That's not nearly enough. It's honestly offensive.
Yeah.
So shout out to Eric Adams. How do you get your own age wrong?
You have your interns fucking up.
Right. I mean, that's not him tweeting.
You don't think so?
No. Of course not, dude.
Because my thought was maybe Eric Adams is 67.
It's also on Eric Adams for NYC. I don't know if he has a personal account, but
I was thinking maybe he's just been lying about his age. Which would be another, like, that's an Eric Adams move. Also, okay, the bag of cash, it was tucked inside a Hers sour cream and onion Ripple potato chip bag. That's a dirty brand of chips to be stuffing cash inside of.
Are you saying because it's too good for that or too bad?
Too bad.
Oh, no, incorrect.
You would put cash inside Hers sour cream and onion crinkle cut?
It's a solid chip.
Ruffled?
What do you think it should be in?
To me, I feel like Lay's barbecue.
Okay. Classic. Fine.
That'd be my number one choice is Lay's barbecue if I'm putting cash inside a bag of
Okay.
chips. Or a Pringles can, like one of the mini cans.
Sure.
That would be a good one because you just kind of roll the cash up
Yeah.
and put it inside. That'd be classy.
I don't like you shitting on hers.
I just think that hers is that's some prison ass chips.
No, that's a solid regional chip.
Okay.
I'd never had those until I got to New York, and then I wanted to try them because they're in The Office. Jim goes searching for hers. I forget what flavor, but to get for Rashida Jones's character, whose name is
Not Pam. Karen.
Karen. That's correct.
Miss Vicky's
Solid.
jalapeno Jones.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be a good one. Any sort of kettle chip you can put money in.
Yeah, I would have just ate chips.
Well, there are no chips.
Oh, there was no chips in there? Oh, damn.
No. It's an empty bag with cash inside.
It's not even that much to bribe anybody. Like, it's $200. Am I out of pocket there? If you try to bribe somebody for
No, that's what we said.
It's insulting.
That's crazy.
This is what I'm going to miss about Eric Adams.
The chip debacle.
Yeah, just
Well, he gets into all sorts of stuff.
all
Turkish
kinds.
Airlines.
That video of him going through his fake son's room is just an all-time one.
He's the best.
When he pulls out the backpack and he's like, and this is a very easy place to hide or secrete drugs. Like he thought that secrete was a verb for doing something secretly.
I haven't seen that part, but yeah,
I've secreted my drugs inside my backpack.
that's classic Eric.
Yeah. He's so funny. I love that guy. All right. Anything else?
Big T, I want to get Big T's libertarian take on what's going on in the news right now. Trump, I think he's going to, or he has. I haven't seen it yet, but he's going to sign an executive order, or wants to sign an executive order that says if you burn an American flag, you get a year in jail.
I hadn't seen that. You're telling me now for the first time.
Oh my God, I haven't seen it.
I don't think he should do that. Now, whether that should have always been allowed or not is a different conversation. Yeah, I'm not in favor of him doing that.
I think for a long time we had a good balance in this country of people who would occasionally burn American flags and then people who would wear shirts that said, try burning this one with an American flag on it. Like, I'll beat your ass if you burn an American flag in front of me.
Right.
That's like, let the streets sort it out.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're going to burn a flag, make sure that you got your head on a swivel.
Let streets sort it out.
Yeah. I don't think I would ever burn an American flag. This kind of makes me want to burn one just to be like, look what I can do. I'm not going to. But you should be, it is free speech.
That was decided by the Supreme Court a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh, so he did sign this today.
It's not gonna.
Is that allowed? Like,
no, it's not gonna pass. You have to, it's checks and balances. It's not, you can't just make a law.
He can sign whatever he wants. Like he signed the no more paper straws. I have noticed I've been getting fewer paper straws recently.
I don't like paper straws.
Yeah. I'm on board with that one.
I'm almost a single issue voter if someone promised to eliminate paper straws.
Man, police state presence, jail time for flag burning, eliminating free market. Oh, that's another thing he did this week and I forgot about. He said, which is unprecedented, but it's just funny to see the spin zone. He said that the government is going to buy a stake in Intel.
Yeah, was it 10%?
It was like 9, I think. I thought that was interesting.
It's communism.
It's like almost to the T. It's definitely socialism, but it's funny hearing the pundits spins on it.
What are they saying?
Saying it's because they're using funds from the Chips and Science Act, the grants, the grant money from there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying that it's not directly taxpayer money, and then they're saying, well, no, it still kind of is, and they're saying, well, it's an investment, so it's good for, what I'm saying. It's just the spin zone is funny. It's like because that was the knock from Barack when they did that, right? I started in the Bush years, but they had an exit plan for when they did it with General Motors, and there was another, was it Chrysler?
They got the bailouts.
Yeah, they got the bailouts. That's what they did. They bought most of their company or some. I think they got
GM.
60% of GM, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
GM was a big one, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 60%. But the big difference between this one and that one is that one had a clear exit strategy. So the government sold all their shares back. This one doesn't seem to have any exit plan that I've seen. And it's meddling in the free market, but that is kind of the track record here. But I just found that highly interesting.
Yeah, I hadn't seen anything about this till just now either.
So yeah,
football's approaching.
It's football season. I've been deep in season previews. I'm not up on the Intel deals.
I feel you.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of that either.
I like it. Stand on business, Big T.
So, Big T, what are we looking forward to this weekend?
Everything, dude. What would you not be looking forward to?
What are you looking forward to the most this weekend?
I'm looking forward to watching Notre Dame play a big road game. I think Notre Dame's going to be very good. I want to see
who they play.
They play at Miami.
Ooh, well, Miami hasn't given me that feel in a while.
I mean, they had the best offense in the country by a mile last year and wasted it with a horrific defense.
I think it was Georgia Tech.
They lost to Georgia Tech, Syracuse, and Syracuse was the one that knocked them out of the playoff. Who was their other loss? Somebody early in the year. I'm looking forward to watching that game a lot. LSU Clemson should be awesome on campus, as all games should be played. And then obviously Texas Ohio State is incredible. So
that's this weekend, Texas Ohio State?
Yeah, noon Saturday. Same time as Tennessee Syracuse. So kind of a dilemma on which one people are going to watch.
I'll be in the shoe watching.
Let's go.
Nice.
Is that the Ohio State Stadium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big T, give me your prediction for Tennessee this weekend.
I think Tennessee will beat Syracuse.
Are they going to cover?
I think it's going to be 27-16.
What's
Tennessee.
the spread?
14.
And my man wrote it down with a tiny pencil.
They're not. This is a regular size pencil.
I love the under.
Just got huge hands.
Love the under in that game.
Who's the quarterback?
Joey Aguilar.
Hey, what's the update on our Tennessee transfer to UCLA? How's he doing? How do you have a good camp?
I've seen a couple videos of people oohing and eyeing over him in practice. Their top two receivers are not hurt currently, but Blutman was telling me they have some sort of program. I don't know if this is run through like the sports bras that they wear, whatever, but it said like their top two receivers needed some rest. So they've been like sitting out of practice with a week to go to the season opener. And they open with Utah, who should be a very good team as well. I will be watching that game like a hawk because it's at 10 p.m., kind of a standalone deal. There's no talent around him. So even if he has improved significantly, you're not really going to see it, I don't think. They don't have any good receivers. Their offensive line's terrible. They're going to be a very bad team. Best of luck to him. He's no longer in my mind as like a.
You don't mean that.
I'm gonna watch the Utah game intently because it's week 1 and it's on late. I don't foresee myself watching many other UCLA games.
Are you gonna root against him?
Of course, but I don't like while I'm watching it.
So you still think about him a little bit?
No, I don't. I will when I watch the game. I'm focused on.
So you don't view him like an ex. It's more
J6.
like a fling that you had.
I hated him last year. He was bad last year.
Got you. Yeah. My knock on him last year was a lot of young quarterbacks had this problem when they they don't step up in the pocket, but two, like anytime they get hit, they get rattled.
Early in the year, he looked like he was going to be awesome, and then he was never able to read progressions. He was scared. He pulled the Joe Milton and ran out of bounds on the last play of a game where needed to throw it to the end zone. I was not a Nico fan. Damn. Well, I was for a little bit, and I kept trying to talk myself into it, but
yeah, I remember when the hype train was there.
We got J6 now.
J6, I like that.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a wild name. What does that stand for?
Joey Aguilar, he's number 6.
Gotcha.
So is Jalen Daniels.
Love that.
J6.
Could be a fun partnership.
It could be. I'm all in on J6s.
Yeah.
Especially
like that.
in DC.
Be a good t-shirt.
Yeah.
If Jaden Daniels was number 6, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome. That'd be really good. Yeah. Big T, what else we got this week? I mean, college football. It was so good to just have it on TV. It was amazing.
Some great high school games this weekend too.
Have you decided on a high school team?
Yes.
I had a couple tweets at me trying to recruit you into fandom.
Yeah, so I actually decided very shortly after we recorded, and I just went ahead and wrote a blog. So by the time the thing came out, I'd already decided. I got many of those as well. But Downers Grove North High School in Downers Grove, Illinois, have already heard from several of the coaches, like the parents who run the booster clubs. Outstanding people down there.
Mm-hmm.
Very much looking forward to this season. I think somebody's sending me some merch, which is very nice and awesome. So they open. My only complaint: they open the season this Saturday at 1:00.
Yeah.
Who the hell scheduled that?
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, of all
that's prime.
I mean, what are we doing? So I will not be at the season opener, but week 2 is Downers Grove North against Downers Grove South.
Oh,
I mean,
Derby.
Wow,
so that's
the Derby, the
Oh,
Downers
yeah.
Grove Derby.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to get to that one. And then they don't have a home game till week 3. Those first 2 are on the road.
So you're rooting for the North.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
King of the North.
Sick colors, purple and black.
He said
I like that.
interesting.
Went to the state title game 2 years ago and lost, and then last year I believe lost in the semifinals. So this is a very good program that hasn't quite cracked through yet.
Got to get over the hump.
Yeah.
What's different about this year?
Is this the dark blue and baby blue team?
No, they're purple and black.
What the fuck am I looking at?
That
Downers
might be
Grove
south. No, you're looking for north.
North.
Yeah.
My bad. I was looking at the ops. Okay.
Yeah, that's not. We don't fuck with them.
Got you.
Quarterback is committed to Minnesota.
Okay.
Tight end is committed to Illinois,
Love that.
and there's I believe defensive lineman committed to Purdue. So we've got ball players.
What kind of offense do we run?
So someone reached out to me and told me. So apparently they had a coach for like 30 years who was a triple option guy. He said they had 10 plays, and their like team slogan was Volt, veer, option, lead, and trap.
Okay.
And that's what they ran, and I was like, hell yeah. But he said now it's more of still a very rushing-based offense, but kind of like a more Georgia Tech Vandy, like shotgun deal, but still option elements.
Run the damn ball.
Yeah, but we run the football.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Control the clock.
Yep.
All right, let's go, Downers Grove North.
Yeah, very excited for this football season. And there's also apparently a tailgate of parents who get together at like this guy's house down the street from the stadium in his driveway, and they have like Pop-A-Shot and stuff set up. So I'm planning on going to that guy's house as well.
How far a trip is that going to be?
Well, that's the thing.
Time out, cut. Did you get invited to his house?
Yes, yes. Yes, he reached out to me.
I'm just saying, you can't just show up to people's house.
Well, how else would I know about this random guy's tailgate?
I was just checking for. I didn't want you to. It is Chicago.
Yes,
I didn't want you to get popped.
He invited me to his house. So with no traffic, it's 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
On a Friday afternoon, it's probably a drive.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to figure that out. But I'm planning on being at every home game this year. So at least, and then I'm obviously gonna go to the North versus South. You got to go to that.
Big T's old man era starts now.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Because I watched my high school on Friday night and they got their shit kicked in, which does not happen often. But yeah, Downers Grove North, big season loading. I don't know why I assume Downers Grove North versus Downers Grove South has to be the biggest game of the year.
It has to be.
I don't know why it's week 2.
Well, I don't know. It depends how good Downers Grove South is. It might be one of those things where it's like a rivalry in name.
But even so, like...
That's the biggest game of the year. Yeah, it's got to be.
Has to be.
Yeah, even if, let's say, Downers Grove South hasn't been very good recently.
It doesn't matter.
It's still their biggest game of the year.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that's week 2. I would love for someone to reach out and explain that to me. But
got to figure out the scheduling. Yeah.
But maybe it's like, Tennessee, Florida always used to play early in the year.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to.
If I'm in town, I'll pull up.
Love that.
Yeah, I'll pull up. I miss high school football, man. It brings me back. I've been getting a lot of those nostalgic feelings because I'm coaching now, so getting my fifis every now and then, man.
So what's your title?
Offensive coordinator.
The realest nigga in it.
That's what it is.
Is that on a business card?
I'm OC.
Okay. Well, what kind of offense you running?
It's not. I have like 8-9 plays. I wouldn't even consider it a West Coast if you have to, but we try to move the pocket a little bit. But we have a couple traditional plays from our formation. But they're 12, so I can't do too much. I had this grandiose scheme in my head, and then like once I got to them, I was like, all right, let me run like 6 plays.
Are you doing jet sweeps?
I do have a wing T formation set up for some jet sweeps that I want to build on as the season goes. But I have 4 plays out of my I call it the Gunner series. I got 4 plays out of the Gunner series right now, and I want to build on that as the season goes because misdirection kills little kids. So
yeah,
I do run jet sweep out of that though.
Love that for you. When's your first game?
We got a little kid named Cash. That boy's sweet, man. Ooh.
Have you already had a game?
No, we've had 2 scrimmages, and we go live in practice at the end of practices. So it's been fun. It's been fun to get back into it though.
I love that. For you. Oh, by the way, I didn't ask you about Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel and all that stuff.
Are you asking my thoughts?
Yeah, are the Browns actively trying to sabotage Shedeur Sanders' career?
Well, did you see Andrew Berry said he said, I don't see any issue in having 4 quarterbacks on a roster.
Okay.
That's wild.
Which is a crazy thing to say from your GM, in my opinion. Honestly, I think Dylan Gabriel's looked really good in preseason. I've talked to you about this off air. Let's say we don't follow Andrew Berry's advice because it's never led us down a very successful path, and we get rid of one of the quarterbacks that are currently on our active roster. We got rid of Tyler Huntley yesterday.
Yep.
Not shocked by that. I knew that was happening. And you and I have run through the numbers of who we get rid of. It makes like no sense to get rid of I'm not really sure what the best option would be because it's like, okay, Joe Flacco's the starter, obviously not him. Kenny Pickett is an option, but we traded for him, so that makes why did we trade for him if just to trade him again or cut him? And then the 2 rookies, they've both looked pretty good from preseason games. Obviously we haven't gone through Arian and I's lessons yet, so I'm not perfectly
still coming soon.
Right. But I'm not attuned to every single thing that a quarterback should and will do. But I think they've both looked pretty good for rookies in preseason. I don't see who we cut that makes I have no answer for you of who I think we should cut. I think it should honestly be Kenny Pickett. Unfortunately, I don't know, but I just don't understand why we would have traded for him then. And but then also if you look at it, having Joe Flacco who's 40 and then 2 rookies under him, I'm not sure if that's a really great winning formula. We're gonna be bad this year, so whatever. But is it worth it to keep Kenny Pickett on just because he's technically a veteran? And that's I don't know. But I don't think the answer is having 4 quarterbacks, because then it's well, what's the position group that then gets devalued by that? What what man gets cut in order to keep a fourth man on in that position group. And does that come and bite us in the ass later down the line? Like, again, I don't know what a big position group would be, like an O-lineman, or like, I don't know what a huge position group in the NFL would be that would have maybe room to cut one more. Whether it's like O-line or like special teams or something.
Mm-hmm.
I do think, though, that the 53-man roster is designed in a way where it works best with 3 quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're in a bad situation is what I think. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know who we cut. I don't know what's the best option. Both of those rookies have played well from what I've seen. I also think that that's the hard thing about having 2 rookies on a roster is that you don't know what either of them look like in a regular season football game. So it's like having 1 rookie, you can throw them out there, see what they do. Having 2 rookies, you're relying on a lot of inexperienced men. If your 41-year-old quarterback or 40-year-old quarterback goes down for even a snap.
Yeah. Arian, did you see anything from Shedeur in the postseason game or the preseason game where you were like, they're sabotaging him?
No, man. I got a homeboy who coaches in college, and like we've had this discussion between me and him for a while. The reason why I never thought Shedeur was a starter in the league is because when I watched him in college, there's a few things that were, I guess I don't want to say alarming because it's not that crucial, but something that you just don't typically see from starting quarterbacks, right? Is starters in the NFL are really good at going through their progressions, right? So when the ball is snapped, for the people that don't know, when the ball is snapped and there's a pass play called, the quarterback is supposed to identify the coverage depending on how safety alignments, and then, and when it gets to the NFL, it's harder because they disguise stuff, right? So whether it looks like a cover 2, it might be cover 6, might be cover 4, whatever the case may be. And so when the ball snap, you have progressions on your read. If we want to play, I go here, right? What is he doing? He's not open. Boom, boom, boom. Check down, right? And it happens really fast. From what I saw, it was not very prevalent that he would go through his progressions in a real way. He had issues. He had a very high completion percentage, right? But when you watched him, there was a lot of like holding the ball, taking sacks, stuff like that. That's what I saw in college. And so I would think he's going to get a little bit coaching. He's going to get a little bit better at that. But it seems as though there's always a learning curve in the NFL. And so I'm not rooting against this dude. Like I want him to be the best ever, whatever. But I just don't see it. I haven't seen it. I still don't see it. This preseason game was kind of like indicative of that for me. He did a lot of the same things that I saw him do in college. I think I watched the 2 preseason games, most of them. I feel like what's it Gabriel?
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel.
I feel like he's probably a little bit more polished right now. I still think he's a young rookie quarterback that's probably not going to make too much of an impact in the league at this stage in his career. But I think he's a little bit more polished than Shedeur is. That's just my personal opinion. But I could be wrong. But that's what I see. The NFL didn't sabotage it. I don't know. Didn't Eric Dickerson say he got word that the NFL like sabotaged and they told everybody not to draft? Where did he get that from?
Think so,
is there any sourcing on this?
I thought he was saying that just as his opinion. I don't know if he said he got that from somewhere. But every time someone accuses the NFL of collusion, whether it be Colin Kaepernick or this or whatever, if there was an NFL team that thought that Colin Kaepernick could win them the Super Bowl, Colin Kaepernick would have been signed. If there was a team that thought Shedeur Sanders was going to be an amazing quarterback, he would have been drafted in the first round.
Two different situations.
For sure, but I'm saying the NFL is a ruthless business. They prioritize.
Colin Kaepernick was a good quarterback and was better than, I would say, 16 quarterbacks in the league at the time.
16 starters?
Yeah.
Okay, well, regardless, if he was the best quarterback, he would have been somewhere. I don't think
anybody claimed that. No, I think those are two different situations. Because
I'm saying regardless of your baggage, if a team thinks you can win a Super Bowl,
not that one. I said this is why I say it's two different. Right? He was so polarizing that I don't think his talent level was worth
I agree.
the scrutiny, but to say that he was not good enough to play in NFL, that's ridiculous.
No, I'm saying, say he was the best quarterback in the NFL, which we agree he wasn't. But if he was, his baggage would have been worth putting up with, right? Because if he's the best, you would have a job.
Probably, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If your talent outweighs your baggage, you will always have a job. If it doesn't, then it's a reason to get rid of you.
There's an exception to the rule. Josh Gordon.
Very good player, but also he was being suspended repeatedly.
That's what I'm saying. It's baggage.
Correct, but that's just not like a PR thing. That's like we're paying you and you're not able to be on the field.
Oh, okay, fair.
So that's different. Like Tim Tebow, he was not talented enough to outweigh the media circus that he brought with him, so he was out of a job.
I'll never forget. There's a bunch of people like, they won't sign him because he's Christian.
Right. Both ways, it's incorrect.
It's like, nah, bro, that's not it, man.
They won't sign him because he brings a media circus. And if without that, was he talented enough to be a backup quarterback in the NFL? Maybe. But he was not worth the circus that he would bring.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, that's a fair point. I don't think, I think Shador's baggage is it's kind of like Tebow, right? Sometimes the media just falls in love and the public falls in love with discourse around certain players. I think Shador is one of those players. I don't think he's done anything specifically, right? His dad is Deion, right? Yeah. And he's a little, if I'm Deion's son, I'm gonna have bravado too, right? My dad had the most ever, so naturally it's gonna trickle off, and he probably raised them to be confident in themselves, right? And so that probably rubs people the wrong way. So you're always going to have those I don't like his attitude camps, and then you're going to have people who love Deion, and anytime he has any kind of success, it's going to be hyper blown up, which is kind of like to his detriment, because you don't really get that opportunity to grow. Like, some of the best lessons you learn in the NFL or in life in general is from losing and from fucking up. And so, but you don't get the opportunity to do that under the radar. You have to do it in the public eye, and that's hard. And so that's, it's not your fault, really. But again, I just don't think he is. I said it from the jump before he got drafted. I just don't think he's like a starter like that. I think he could be a good backup in the league. Again, every man has his own, pen and write his own story. So maybe he works his ass off and changes his life. But from what I saw and what I see, I just don't see it. I would love to see it though, but I just I don't. No, I don't think the NFL is colluded to keep Shador to teach him. I don't think it's that deep.
Yeah, it's really awesome to be a Browns fan right now. It's really
Where
fun.
is Deshaun Watson? Is he still in the league?
He's still on our team. He's just hurt. He retore his Achilles.
Oh, damn.
As he was healing from tearing his Achilles. So he's out this season too. Or at least, he'll be out this season. Yeah, so he's not taking up a roster spot technically because he's just on the IR.
Mm-hmm.
What a
so
contract,
you got Joe Flacco.
Yep. Kenny Pickett.
Dylan
Gabriel,
and
Shador Sanders, and then we had Tyler.
Quarterbacks on your roster. Wow. Well, hold on. Didn't they? It's not 53
We had Tyler.
anymore, right?
We had Tyler Huntley for preseason.
Pro Bowler.
Did they? Didn't they up the? It's like 55, man, right? What's the roster count? How many?
No, it's still 53.
It's still 53.
But they did something
because they
different
added
with
another
the quarterback.
game.
I think it's. I'm trying to remember exact. Like, you can have. It's more the game day thing where you can have 3 quarterbacks.
So it used to be 45 suited up. You can have more now.
You can have 3 quarterbacks. Like, your emergency third string quarterback doesn't count against the number, I think.
Allow teams to carry up to 3 quarterbacks on their 53-man active roster, with a third designated on game day if the first 2 are active and have been injured or disqualified.
Yeah.
4 starting quarterbacks on your roster 4 quarterbacks on your roster is interesting. I'm sure it's not unprecedented. I'm sure it's been done before, but I just don't think it's necessary.
I think they're going to try to trade Kenny. That's what I think.
That's what you've been telling me.
That would make sense.
That makes sense. I think it's do you go with 2 inexperienced quarterbacks as a backup, or do you go with 1 below average, no offense to Kenny, quarterback and a rookie? Like, it's just what you want to do. I don't think Kenny Pickett is going to make my team better. You know,
they might have also tried. They might try to trade Shador.
You've also said that. I don't see that happening, but again, like they're so unpredictable right now with like what they think is a good idea that it's almost impossible to say like what you think they're going to do. If they trade Shador though, like what value are you getting out of a rookie quarterback that was not a superstar in college? What value is there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like cash?
Yeah, I don't find,
You know, like it's
much.
hard to. He hasn't played a snap in the NFL yet, like in a regular season game. Like, what kind of value are you getting out of him? And also, our biggest gap right now is that we have Joe Flacco as our starter. Like, our biggest gap is that we need a good quarterback, probably, unless I don't know. I'm not thinking of something else, but we don't have a good quarterback. We need a quarterback that can sustain us. Joe Flacco is a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. As much as I love him, as much as he is an elite quarterback, he's not going to be here for 5 years. You can't trade Shador for a game-changing quarterback.
I agree with that.
So you're kind of just in this in between of like, how long can we keep Joe until the whole thing blows up?
I wonder if they just keeping Shador because of the frenzy. What happened if they cut him? I doubt.
I don't even know if there would be that much of a frenzy.
No, I've seen some think pieces that make me.
Wasn't his brother cut by the Bucks yesterday?
Yeah, but it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't as heralded.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Some of the other Browns fans in this office are very confident on Shador.
I think it'd be fun. I hope he does get a chance, just because the takes are just we've reached nuclear. Like
right.
It's bad. The online
Yes.
discourse around Shador is maybe one of the dumbest I've ever seen. But that's good. Like, it's good for us.
Yeah, Browns haven't had enough media attention over the past couple of years. We really need to get that number
One of the
up.
greatest things I've ever seen was when Tebow threw for 316 yards. Oh my God, that was just beautiful.
Won a playoff game. Remember that?
I think that was it. It was against the Steelers. He threw for 316 yards, and that
Demarius
just happens
Thomas.
to be his
R.I.P.
favorite verse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
which, by the way, so I've heard him tell that story, and I'm not calling Tim Tebow a liar. He says, you threw for 316 yards. That is true. 10 completions made it 31.6 yards per completion. That is true. He says the guy told him the ratings for the game was 31.6. This is immediately after the game has concluded. It takes days to get TV ratings back.
Somebody just probably told him that.
So maybe that happened after the fact.
Yeah.
I tried to look into it. I couldn't find what it was.
I think somebody told him, hey, ratings are 31.6. And he was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to repeat that.
Yeah. Love Tim Tebow, by the way.
Yeah.
Awesome guy.
I would love for
he's
the
humanizing
Lord of the
fatherhood.
universe, creator, yeah, the creator of the universe to like send subliminals to humans through like a football game. That shit would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Let me talk to my creation through this game.
That would be great. Before we get into the death of Princess Diana, it's brought to you by DraftKings. The rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets. Saturday just got way more fun. College football is back. Think you know the game? Put your college football knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook. Turn your picks into big payouts. Big payouts with DraftKings. From live betting during the game to rivalry week, odds boosts, and so much more, the DraftKings Sportsbook has everything you need to stay in the action from kickoff to the final whistle. Whether you're betting on your go-to team or making moves mid-game as the momentum shifts, Saturdays are yours to own with DraftKings Sportsbook. Here's something special for first-timers. New customers bet $5. You get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MACRO. That's code MACRO for new customers. Get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Okay, so you guys want to talk a little Princess Diana? Talk R.I.P. That was before your guys' time, right?
Yeah, was it 95?
Yeah, so one thing, I did a little background research into her life prior to getting married to Prince Charles and prior to the death and all that. You know what the age difference was when she met Prince Charles?
Yes, and I also learned something else about that too.
So when Diana, and I guess her family was friends with the royal family growing up, and so they were kind of like friend of a friend situation. But Prince Charles was 29 when they met. She was 16 when they met.
And he was dating her sister.
He was dating her sister. He did the sister switch. Rarely attempted.
Yeah.
But he pulled it off.
That's wild.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
I done been some messy shit. That's pretty messy.
I've never even heard of anybody doing that.
It basically never happens.
I mean, you'd have to
I guess Hunter did it. Hunter Biden.
Did he?
I take that back. I did
Kind
do that
of.
in college once.
Really?
Yeah, we weren't dating. It was just, casual get-togethers.
You banged two sisters.
Well, why do you have to downplay
That's what you said.
my experience like that? That's not all that happened. You say like, so I met this shorty, right, out and about on college campus, and then I was over at her place, and her sister came to visit her. I think that's what happened. No, I take that back. That's not what happened. Tripping. I met her on Facebook. This was when Facebook first started popping. Met her on Facebook. Her older sister. She friended me because I had met her, and then we got to talking, and it got to going down.
So the other sister knew that you had been with the other one.
No, this was like a few years later.
Oh, so they did not know.
I'm sure they talked about it. I would think they would talk about it. Like, the older sister knew for sure that I had been with her younger sister.
Got it.
I wonder if the older sister ever told the younger sister that.
I don't know. I ain't gonna dox them though.
Do you think they were like, I banged a brother?
No, my brother wasn't there. Oh, just a regular brother. They might not admit that too. I was in the deep south, brother. No, I ain't gonna call them out, but there were some rumblings like that. There's some girls like, you sleep with some white women. They're like, yo, my dad told me I can't come home with a black dude, or my coach told me I can't come home with a black. I've heard that a couple times. It was wild.
That is crazy.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, the sister switch that Charles pulled off, I feel bad for Princess Diana's sister because she was probably like, oh, I'm going to marry a prince. I'm going to be queen one day. And then her sister gets it. And she was 16. So I don't know what the age of consent laws are in England. I don't really want to look it up on my computer. I feel like that might put me on the list. But regardless of what the age of consent laws are, imagine being 29 years old and dating a 16-year-old. Like, what you would have to talk about.
It seems that if you're in the royal family, those just don't really exist.
Yeah, they don't. But I'm talking about like day to day.
For multiple of them.
Yeah, your conversations that you would have.
Jerry Seinfeld.
I was not going to say you could go ask Jerry Seinfeld, but
yeah,
someone did.
You could.
Yeah.
Like, how was your day at school?
I didn't know that until very recently.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about that.
No.
That was even more egregious because he was like 35?
38.
And she was how old?
16 or 17?
Yeah, Jerry would pick her up from school.
I mean, that's a crime.
Come on. He would really pick her from school?
I think so.
Someone's got to.
It's really strange.
I guess she could drive.
I mean, the crazier part is, one, she could drive, but two, you Jerry Seinfeld. Surely you have somebody running your errands for you, right?
I don't know about that errand.
But it was public. Like, they were out in the street, right?
Yeah, people used to just not really care in the 90s.
Yeah, it was a different time, man.
Did this girl just go to a public high school?
I don't think it was public.
But just
She went
She
to
was
school.
in high school.
Yeah. She was in high school.
You think Jerry Seinfeld is going to be with a public school
I don't know.
girl? No, sir.
Also, if you're a high schooler, what do you talk about with the older guy? It's definitely weirder for the guy to like try to have conversations.
No, I think that's if you're
But
in
it goes
high school
both ways a
and
little
your
bit, like-
boyfriend is like the most famous comedian on earth, I'm sure he's got some pretty cool stories to tell you.
That's true. That's true.
Like, oh, I was just hanging out with Chris Rock.
But you probably have to act super mature all the time, or what you think is mature.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's wild.
Really strange. But yeah, Prince Charles, he was about that too.
38 and 17 is just such a, I mean, it's insane, but it's like you're not even in the same realm of person.
No.
Put aside the legality, which you should not do, by the way. But like, my sister is 23. We have nothing to talk about. We live for our whole lives have had because 5 years apart, boy and girl, no similar interests whatsoever. Have never had anything to talk about, and they're 20 years apart.
Yeah. Think about just a high school senior and a high school freshman. How different you are between those grades.
Yeah.
9th and 12th grade.
Also, quick little sidebar. She went to Nightingale Bamford School, which is a school on the Upper East Side in New York, and is an all-girls school. And she transferred from George Washington to UCLA to be closer to Jerry Seinfeld while he was filming Seinfeld. So they dated pretty much her whole college career.
That's so weird.
Imagine transferring for your boyfriend who's 38 and on a sitcom.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Did he leave her for somebody younger?
I don't know.
The old
I mean,
Leo.
if I was to write that script, that's what I would do.
It also is in her Wikipedia that they started dating when she was 17, and that it should be known that the New York State age of consent is 17 then and now. It said it in the Wikipedia.
It's still weird.
Still awful weird.
Still really strange.
Yeah.
Wait, this isn't her that he's married to, right?
No.
No, that's
So he's 71, his wife is 53. So he still married someone who was 18 years younger.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jerry, heard you like him young.
And they got married in 99. So that's 26 years ago. So she was like 27. So, and he was 43-ish. 44.
That's wild, man.
He's got it tight.
Him and
So-
Leo.
He's like the anti-Arian.
Facts.
Yeah.
All facts.
Yeah, listen, you can accuse Arian of a lot of shit, but that ain't one of them.
That ain't one. I like him old, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I like him old. I had a little. No, let me stop.
Well, now I don't want you to stop.
Gotta stop now.
Immunity.
I gotta stop now. It was a while ago though, but yes, I gotta stop. I be letting my laundry fly on this show too much, man.
I got the gist.
So apparently,
I'm trying to get out the streets. Is what's happening, Big T.
I feel that.
yeah.
Trying to get out the streets, man. I think we'll see, but I think I might have, nice little candidate.
Love to hear that.
It's a messy world out there in the streets.
Not a fun place. Well, I mean, it is a very fun place to be, but it's not a fun place to stay.
Would you ever get married?
So I've talked about this recently. If I would get married once she got to sign the NDA. Is it NDA? Whatever we got to sign. Prenup. There we go. Whatever.
Very
Two
different
different
document.
NDA is wild. NDA is wild. Yeah, my fault. I fucked up. You guys had a prenup. That's first thing. Second thing is, if I doubt the woman that I'll end up with is going to be religious, right? Because I'm not. So like, I
I would
just
imagine
can't-
not.
I think that would be an important part of her. Not, it wouldn't be mine. Like, I could definitely date somebody religious. Like, that shit don't bother me. But I'm sure a woman would want me to be, to go to church with you, which I'm definitely not going to do. So if it would be important to her, like she's like, I gotta get married. Like this is just something like it's I don't want to be a girlfriend forever. I want to be a wife. I understand that social pressure. I get that. So if it was important to her and I loved her enough, I would do it. Yeah. It doesn't like mean anything more than my word, in my opinion. Like if I tell you I'm with you, I'm with you. But if it's important to you, yeah, I'll probably end up doing it.
Interesting. I didn't think you would say that.
I signed that paperwork though.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she hesitates on that question, if she goes, nope.
So there is a
Yeah.
catch.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes no sense because it does nothing for me. It does nothing for me emotionally, spiritually, financially. It does nothing for me getting married to somebody. It will benefit her, depending if she might, who knows, maybe I get with somebody who got more than me. Then I would hope she would want a prenup, right? But there's nothing about, and as a libertarian, you could identify with this. There's nothing about the state of Texas being involved in my relationship that makes sense. Why the fuck is the
I agree
state
with that.
involved? You know what I mean? So it doesn't make any sense. The only way I can see it is if somebody has a spiritual connection, and that doesn't fly here, right? That's not important to me, so it probably won't be important to her. But maybe it's like a societal, she just grew up a little girl wanting to, wear the white dress and walk down the aisle. I get that. I understand that. And again, I, one little, you got to sign it. But
Got to be enthusiastic about the prenup.
Absolutely. One of the realest shits ever, right? One of my exes. This is some of the realest shit anybody's ever said to me, right? Was I before we started, getting really, really serious, I told her, I was like, listen, I've, obviously have stuff to lose. And I was like, if you're gonna move in, like you have to sign this. It's just smart on my end. And she said the realest shit ever. She said, I love you so much. I want to protect you, even if it's for me. I said, oh, that's cold. And sure enough, that ended up happening. She tried to get some shit at the end of our relationship. And I was like, I don't know the person that you turned into be, but who you used to be loved me enough to protect me from you. That had to hit her like a dagger.
Good call.
Respect.
100. So, Princess Diana.
So the princess.
Sorry.
Princess Diana. So they got they started dating after he was dating her sister. Her sister gave an interview to the press in which she said a couple revealing things about her relationship, kind of acknowledged that she was in a relationship with Prince Charles. And Prince Charles did not like that. They broke up, and then he switched to dating her sister. So that's kind of how that happened.
Oh my God. What was Princess Diana's and her sister's relationship like? Were they close?
I think they were both okay with it. Because Sarah, who is Diana's older sister, said she acknowledged that she screwed up by giving this interview.
Damn.
Yeah, she talked about how she used to go out drinking with Prince Charles. She talked about getting kicked out of school. And then Charles was very upset. She said that she was not going to marry Charles in this interview. So I think mistakes were made by her talking to the press. And then Charles said, okay, we're broken up. I am, however, going to date your sister, who I seem to have a connection with. She's 16. So they started dating and eventually got married, had a couple kids, and things are not as they might seem if you're just imagining like growing up to become a princess. So she had a hard time being princess, as I think most people would. The press is all over you. They write about everything that you wear. They write about your body, everything that you say, do. It's all under a big microscope. She developed anorexia, bulimia, and some other mental problems that go along with having this role. Which, I mean, you get a lot of positive stuff from being a princess too, but I don't think that she really enjoyed all the trimmings that go along with the job. So they eventually broke up because Prince Charles also had a girlfriend that he was not so secret about. Diana might have also had some affairs of her own, but a lot of that stemmed from Prince Charles and his girlfriend that he was obsessed with and never really stopped loving. So they break up, And then Diana starts dating again. She met this guy, Dodi Fayed. You know how they met, her and her boyfriend? At a polo match. So
Classy.
Of course.
So Dodi Fayed was on the team that was playing against Prince Charles's polo team while they were married. And Diana was super impressed with Dodi Fayed and his polo playing ability.
And good, by the way, because Charles was, kicked her ass to the curb.
Yeah.
So
she dated a guy that kicked Prince Charles' ass in polo.
good.
I think I would like to go to a polo match at some point.
What is polo?
You ride around on horses and you hit a ball.
It's like hockey, but if you were riding a horse.
Yeah.
Huh.
Instead of the skates, it's a horse that you get around on.
You would want to watch that?
I think I'd want to watch it one time. I think Donnie did a trip, maybe I want to say to Mongolia, or maybe it was like Kazakhstan, and he went to a polo match where it was like hundreds of people playing at once, and the ball, I believe, was like a goat's head.
Okay.
Hitting around on a field. Yeah. Pretty wild stuff. I think I would like to go to it one time.
Me too.
Are there fights? Do the horses like fight each other?
I don't think so.
You'd want to see a horse fight?
It's like a spectacle too. Like it's like a, like you dress up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like horse racing?
It's like fancy.
It seems like maybe the richest person sport, right?
Yes.
Polo.
I'd say so.
What if there are any polo teams in Illinois? I would go check it out. Anyways, Princess Diana, she saw this guy, Dodi Fayed, and she was like, I like that guy. I think I might start dating that guy. So they got together, and they had been dating for a while. He was very, very rich. His father was like a billionaire. His father owned the Ritz Hotel in Paris, and owned a lot of other stuff too. So he was well off for sure. Mad Dog, have you ever been to a polo match?
No, do I give that vibe?
No, just curious.
No. That's the one on horses, right?
Yep.
No. Not a thing in Cleveland, Ohio.
It's not?
No, crazily enough.
So Diana and her boyfriend Dodi, the polo player, were on a whirlwind vacation. They went down to the French Riviera. They were traveling around, going to the beach, eating at fancy restaurants, doing whatever rich people do over in Europe. And then they went back to Paris. They tried to get a reservation at a very swanky Paris bistro, and there was too much paparazzi around. The paparazzi had been following them their entire trip down to the Riviera, and they couldn't get like a secure location to eat dinner at the restaurant that they wanted. So they ended up just eating dinner at the Ritz in Paris, which was owned by Dodi's dad, and the security there was allegedly much tighter than it was anywhere else. So they could get a reservation. They could have a private dinner there. Diana ordered a appetizer of mushrooms and asparagus and got the Dover sole. And then Dodi got a turbo, which I'm assuming is a fish. Turbot. I don't know. Sounds like rich people fish.
It is a fish.
Okay. So that's what they ate. And then they were going to leave with her secure car, but they decided to do a little bait and switch and have their normal driver, go out to the car that they arrived in and drive that away while they snuck around the back, and they got into a Mercedes S280 limousine that was being driven by the associate head of security at the hotel, a guy by the name of Henri Paul. So, by the way, limo talk real quick. Have limos fallen off?
Yeah.
I actually just saw one outside my apartment building for the first time in like years.
I saw it too.
Yeah, limos.
And it was like a Hummer limo.
What happened to
It was
limos?
huge.
I think Sprinters are the new limo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think just like,
Party bus.
yeah, party bus, or if you're like a fancy person going around town, like a black SUV,
Yeah.
like a Lincoln Navigator.
Damn,
That's
they
my
was
favorite
never
car.
that cool. Now that I'm thinking about it, you just pack in, and there's no room in that motherfucker, and it's usually for prom or some dance.
Yeah.
I think if you were rich in the 80s in like New York, a limo was the height of existence.
Yes.
Like you get into a limo, you put the partition up, you're sipping champagne.
You're describing a Home Alone scene.
It's true. I've never seen that movie, actually.
You've never seen Home Alone?
No.
Either one?
Nope.
Add it to the list.
That's one I don't want to see. I don't.
That's it. That's one of the best. I would say top 3 Christmas movies of all time. 1 and 2.
I don't know, man. It just I've seen scenes, obviously, and it just doesn't.
I mean, Home Alone 1.
The premise is dumb. Excuse me. The premise is not. It's a fine premise for a movie. It's unrealistic, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, there's some plot holes here and there.
Man watches movies for real. What?
What plot holes are you talking about?
That someone would just leave their child.
Well, if you watch the movie, they had a big family get together, and they were all going as a big family unit over to France. They had stepkids, cousins run around the house.
I understand.
They missed the head count by 1. I think they were
you don't know why they missed the head count. There was this annoying neighbor kid that would always come over, right? And when Kevin, he went upstairs because he didn't want to go sleep with his cousin who always wets the bed. So they had him sleep upstairs, right? And so there's no alarm clock up there. Everybody's getting up scrambling in the morning. Well, that little annoying kid from the neighbors, he's all in everybody's bags as they're packing. And so as they're doing head counts, he has his beanie on looking into the bag. They counted him as Kevin.
Listen, I'm sure there's a great explanation for it.
I'm just saying.
It just doesn't. It doesn't.
Not a huge plot hole.
I just don't. It doesn't speak to me. I don't know.
Okay, I highly recommend you watch it. It sounds like something that's right up Big T's alley.
Yeah, just never got to that.
Yeah,
but it's crazy because you love Christmas like that. It's literally one of the best Christmas movies.
But it's not like really a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely, is. It's about Christmas.
Yeah,
the season of
they're
perpetual
going over to
hope.
France. Yep, there you go. They're going over to France for Christmas, and then it's. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah,
it's been out for 30 years.
The plot line centers around Christmas.
Spoil a '90s movie.
Yeah, you can.
They don't want Kevin to spend Christmas alone.
Perfectly reasonable. You shouldn't have left him.
Agreed.
That movie should end with the parents going to jail.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
It's tough, but I mean, it's a story of triumph.
He wards
off the bad guys, bro, with booby traps. Come on, dog. What?
Yeah, see, that kind of thing that's not for tea, and that's okay. I'm glad that it's for some people.
You don't like a movie where the protagonist has a plan to outsmart his opponents?
I think that can be done well or poorly, as can any premise.
This was done well.
I'm again, I love that for y'all. There are some people who like Happy Gilmore. Not one of them.
It annoys me that you won't even give Home Alone a chance.
I've seen probably half the movie just in,
I don't know that you have.
What's your favorite? Give me top 3 Christmas movies.
Number 1, With a Bullet, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
It's a good one.
See, how do you like that?
Because it's an infinitely better movie.
You haven't seen it.
Again, I've seen a lot of it just in passing here and there.
But I'm saying, like, okay, so I'm not saying National Lampoon is bad. I think it's a dope Christmas movie. But it's like in the same ways that can be kind of corny, so can Home Alone. It's just like it's the same vibe.
Yeah, there's definitely some ridiculousness to it. There's also lines in that movie that I say to this day all the time, and they're hilarious.
I don't. I feel like you're blocking yourself from blessings, Big T. But who am I to say?
That might be the case.
Yeah,
but it's just not. It's not on my list.
For those that pray out there, pray Big T finds the hope and the happiness to fill his heart with some Christmas.
Just to round out Christmas movies, number 2, Elf, and number 3. I've got a sneaky number 3.
You're kind of being a grouch.
Why is that?
You're being a Grinch.
People, I noticed this with the Happy Gilmore fiasco. People get very personally offended if you don't like a movie that they like, which is a very dumb thing to be upset about.
Well, okay, in their defense, I'm not saying I would do it. Like Sandlot makes no sense to me why you don't like that, right? It doesn't bother me. It's very weird. It's a child's movie about baseball. You love baseball. It's a great movie, right? I just don't understand it. This is another one where I
actually think I don't like a lot of kids' movies.
Elf. That's great. I
Sure.
walked out of that movie in the theaters. I walked out.
You're kidding.
It was just, I was like, bro, this is so cool. And I love
You're
Will
kidding.
Ferrell. I love Step Brothers. I love.
But Elf has a lot of adult humor in it.
It just wasn't my thing. That wasn't my thing.
That's crazy. I was going to say, though, my number 3, The Holiday.
I don't know that I know that one. What's that?
It's a rom-com. It's not explicitly a Christmas movie. It's set around Christmas.
Is it 2006?
Sounds about right.
Cameron Diaz and Jude Law.
You should check it out. It's a good movie.
I love rom-coms. That's one of my favorite genres, if not my favorite genre. Oh, sci-fi and rom-coms. Love them. So Princess Diana died, huh?
She did, allegedly. So they're out to dinner, enjoying some nice fish, and they get into that limo, and they were trying to avoid the paparazzi, so they had her normal driver leave in the car that they showed up in. I think they had another decoy car, too, to try to fool. By the way, fuck the paparazzi. Just annoying group of people.
Here's my overarching question about this whole thing. They're in a high-speed chase, basically, with the paparazzi.
Yeah.
Why was it that crucial? I totally understand if you're Princess Diana, like, you're over it. Like, people photographing you everywhere you go, whatever. But, like, if you're in a car and somebody starts going 100 miles an hour trying to get away from the paparazzi, I'd be like, hey, actually, it's just slow down. It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't want to victim blame.
Well, some are saying that
it's not her fault.
Some are saying the paparazzi were driving aggressively and unsafely,
so
pursuing her. So you're trying to get away from them.
So the response to that was to drive more aggressively and unsafely.
Yeah, I don't know. So if you're, I agree with Big T. Like, the worst that happens is the paparazzi gets up next to you. They take pictures of you.
Right. Well, that's not the worst that could happen.
Yeah, but in your mind, you're like,
right.
You should think about that. It's
yes.
like, okay, if we go slow, what's going to happen? Oh, they're going to take my picture. I think they just hated the paparazzi at this point.
Totally understandable.
They were annoyed with them. So the paparazzi, I mean,
funny thing is, sorry for the tangent, but like, so Kanye was doing a tour in China. I think he performed in China. And you know that song, the song "Flashing Lights," where he said, "Damn, these niggas got me. I hate these niggas more than the Nazis." Right? He has that. It's a famous line, right? He took that line out when he performed it in China.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I mean, he probably does.
No, he's a Nazi now.
Yeah, I know. So he would hate them more than.
Oh.
It does still work, actually.
Yeah, he didn't even have to.
He just hates more people more than them now.
He hates a lot of people more
right.
than Nazis. Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't have to take it out. Dipshit.
Yeah, so the paparazzi was chasing him. Paparazzi, if people really wanted to stop the paparazzi, it's like, just stop buying those magazines.
Do people still do that?
I think airports pick up like an edition of People magazine. You see that a lot.
Everybody's just on the phone now. I don't see people buying magazines.
The paparazzi will also, they're very litigious in terms of
yes,
suing for pictures that you might use in a blog, hypothetically.
For sure.
Yeah. But if you stop buying those newspapers, if you stopped watching the shows that use the paparazzi photographs, then they would stop taking pictures. But there's a market out there for it. By the way, Nightcrawler, Jake Gyllenhaal, great movie. I know we're a pro Jake Gyllenhaal podcast, right? Right, ladies?
Wait, Nightcrawler, the X-Men joint?
It was Nightcrawler, right?
I think that's what it's called.
He's a paparazzi guy.
What does that mean, a paparazzi guy?
He's a photographer that has like a police scanner, finds out where there's been like an accident, shows up to that, takes pictures. If there's a celebrity, he'll find out where they are, stake them out, and
Now this guy's in movies and he paparazzis people?
No, he plays a paparazzi.
Oh, okay.
In the movie. So yeah, they're trying to leave the dinner. They're trying to get away from the paparazzi. There's a bunch of motorcycles and some cars that are chasing him. The speed limit was 30 miles per hour, and Henry Paul, the driver, rolled up to the entrance of the tunnel. It's the Pont de l'Alma. Pont de l'Alma.
You don't have to be doing all that.
I don't know. That's what the name of the tunnel is.
It'll be all right.
Fuck that shit, Big D.
It's a tunnel.
They were going 70 miles an hour, maybe higher. Some reports have them up to like 90. So they go into the tunnel. They lost control of the car. They bounced off the wall, and then they hit a pillar that was in the middle of the tunnel. And Diana was not wearing a seatbelt. Her boyfriend.
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, always buckle up. Her boyfriend was not wearing a seatbelt either. Their bodyguard, Trevor Reese Jones, was also in the car. He was injured, but he survived. So the driver and Fayed were pronounced dead at the scene. And then the ambulance showed up and started to treat Diana as she was hurt at the scene of the accident. She had a concussion, broken arm, cut thigh, and she also had internal injuries. I believe she had like a lung injury, another chest injury. And at the scene, the paramedics did not rush her to the hospital. They tried to treat her at the scene of the accident before transporting her to the hospital. And so some people are like, oh, they let her die there. But there's a big difference in the way that the French handle accidents as opposed to like how the British do, or even in America. They try to perform as much of the first aid and life-saving procedures as they possibly can at the scene before they put them in the ambulance and take them to the hospital. Whereas like in America, they try to get you in the ambulance and just do like the minimum that it would take to have you survive the trip to the hospital, because the hospital is capable of providing better care than an ambulance is. But in France, they're just like, yeah, treat them here, then we'll worry about getting them to the hospital. So she died on August 31st, 1997 at 4:53 after arriving at the hospital. And some people were saying that the paparazzi were taking lots of pictures at the scene of the crime instead of trying to help Diana and try to like get her out of the mess. There were some pictures that were published that were not appropriate pictures, in my personal opinion. The German tabloid Bild Zeitung, it was Germany's biggest tabloid. They sold 4 million copies a day typically. They published a front page picture of the rescuers reaching into the car, and it showed them trying to help her out. They showed two slumped figures, but the backs of their heads, and they bought the photograph from a photography agency in Paris, and they had others that they did not publish or sell that they paid a shitload of money for. So there's a lot of questions about the actions of the photographers at the scene of the crime, or at the scene of the accident. Also, the driver, who again was the associate head of security at the hotel, he was not like Diana's bodyguard. He was found in the inquest to be very, very drunk. So approximately, like in America, it would be like a 0.228. So most states, I believe, have 0.08 now.
Yeah.
So that would be almost 3 times the legal limit. But there was also security footage of Henri Paul. He was the guy that was the driver. There was security footage of him around the hotel that did not show him drinking, and it showed him moving pretty normally, not suggesting that he was drunk at all. And other people at the hotel say that he was sober, he didn't smell of booze, and that his gait was steady. And who's to say, though? Like, there are some people that are functioning drunks that can move around pretty good if they've had a few. But being at a 0.228, you would think that he wouldn't be operating and walking normally. You'd think that you would be able to tell that something was messed up with this guy. But yeah, other people say that he was a heavy drinker, that he could handle his booze, but then other 2 bartenders at the hotel said that they never saw signs of him drinking a lot. Other bartenders said that they occasionally saw him at a wine bar nearby the Ritz, but they only saw him drinking beer. That's tough to get to a 0.228 if you're only drinking beer, by the way. You have to drink a ton of beer to get up to that point.
I can only drink a certain amount of beer before, like, I'm just bloated.
Yeah, you get bloated, you get sleepy.
Yeah, I ain't even buzzed. I just get bloated.
Yeah. So, I mean, 0.228 is really, really drunk. Probably wouldn't be able to operate a car that safely going any speed, much less 70 to 90 miles an hour. there was also rumor that at that dinner, Dodi Fayed bought a diamond solitaire ring worth $200,000, and that he gave it to her. Sounds like an engagement ring to me.
I would hope so.
I would hope, yeah, that you're not just dropping $200,000 on just a normal piece of jewelry.
I mean, if you buy a $200,000 ring that's not an engagement ring, what does the engagement ring cost?
Yeah, you're setting yourself up for
$1 million?
Yeah, for deep pockets on that one.
Also, you don't give a girl a diamond ring if it's not an engagement ring.
Yeah, that would be
Get any other jewelry.
like if you gave a girl a $200,000 diamond solitaire ring, and you were like, by the way, this isn't an engagement ring. As a woman, Mad Dog McKenzie, would you be upset? Or would you be like, this rocks, I have a $200,000 diamond ring?
I would not be upset
I'd probably be.
whatsoever.
but then
I'd
you
probably be
have
cool
to
about
put it on your right hand and look like an idiot.
It doesn't
I
matter
don't think
to
you look
me.
like an idiot with a $200,000 ring on you. I think
I
I'd
think
be
you do
okay.
if it's not on your left hand.
I think I'd work with it. If it looked exactly like an engagement ring, maybe I'd be like, this is just an interesting move.
You'd be confused, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there need to be like a discussion, like, I'm getting you this, just a heads up.
But if I
We're
got
not getting engaged, though.
But if I got a $200,000 ring, I wouldn't be asking many questions, I don't think.
You wouldn't? You wouldn't be like, wait, but this isn't an engagement ring? I'm confused.
I think that's the only question I would
Yeah.
ask.
I think you would get...
If it looked and it exactly like an engagement ring.
But
like,
also, if he's not getting down on one knee, it's not an engagement
Right.
ring. Like, he'd say, will you marry me? He's just giving me a ring.
You would get over it. The fact that it wasn't...
yeah, no,
but for a while,
the ring
you'd
would
be-
get me over a lot of things.
Yeah, for a while you'd be like, but wait, why isn't he proposing if he's dropping $200,000 on a ring?
Right, so then just wait for the engagement
Well, yeah, then
ring.
I'm like, shit, this engagement ring's gonna rock.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, $200K for a random ring.
It's definitely a weird move, but yeah, I don't think I'd
But also,
care.
rich people do weird things all the time.
That is true.
Who am I to question a $200,000 ring?
There's also a theory that maybe Diana was pregnant.
I have heard that.
Dodi Fayed's father put that out there, said that she was pregnant, and he kind of points the finger at the British royal family for perhaps intentionally causing an accident. And also, Diana's ex-boyfriend was a security guard. I think he was one of the members of like her protection unit. While she was still married, she had an affair with him, and he died in a motorcycle accident. And Diana had told people that she believed that the royal family was trying to kill her. She was like, just a heads up, they're trying to kill me, maybe in an auto accident. So her ex-boyfriend was a guy by the name of Monarchy, and when he died in the motorcycle accident, she believed that he was, quote, bumped off, which is a very British way to put it. So she said that they killed him because they found out about the affair, and then she thinks that they'll probably try to do the same to her. So at the time when she was dating that guy, she was doing she was at the Cannes Film Festival, and she had to do press, and there were interviews that she was giving, and she was like really, really upset because her boyfriend died, but she couldn't talk about why she was that upset, because then people would be like, why are you so upset with this random guy that just died? That doesn't add up. So she would have had to give away her affair a little bit. Other people have said that the paparazzi crashed the car intentionally to get great pictures. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that theory. They said they chased and they pushed the Mercedes. I don't know if it was intentional, but they did find traces of white paint on the back and side of her car, which came from I think it was a Peugeot. Oh, no, sorry, it was a white Fiat Uno. They found the paint on there. Other witnesses said that they saw this car and they saw the driver exit the tunnel. They said that he was tan-skinned and had a dog with a muzzle on it that was sitting in the car. And
My kind of dog.
that's a good question. I'm going to guess German Shepherd.
I said my kind of dog.
Oh, your kind of dog?
with a
Oh, yeah.
muzzle on
Muzzle?
it.
So they tried to find this Fiat Uno because the police admit, yes, there was a Fiat Uno. There's traces of the paint on the side of the car. It was in the tunnel. We don't know who the driver was. We're trying to track down that driver because they can tell us what happened inside that tunnel better than probably a great witness at the very minimum to have. But they never found this. They never found this car. They don't know who it belonged to. Some people say that it belonged to a member of the paparazzi, a French photojournalist by the name of Jean-Paul James Anderson. So he was also allegedly a security services agent, and this is alleged by Fayad's father. That guy photographed Diana in St. Tropez in July 1997, so he was familiar with her. He had worked around her before, and he claims that he was back in England when all that happened, that it wasn't his car, but he did drive a white Fiat Uno. In May 2000, he died. His car was lit on fire, and he died in his car in like the middle of a forest. Some people say that it was because he was very guilty. He did that to himself. Other people say that he was assassinated to keep him quiet. Who is to say?
I find it very odd that a driver of Princess Diana would get into the car hammered as shit.
Well, that's the thing, is this guy wasn't her normal driver. He worked at the hotel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a security guy at the hotel.
Even so,
I find it odd that her actual security person would let her leave the hotel with somebody else.
the problem with that is, like, okay, so if you think this guy did it to get, like, he was contracted to do something like that, what, so then he dies? Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of stupid.
Yeah. Like if that guy's job was to crash and kill her.
Right, for like a bunch of money.
He's like, wait, but then I have to be in the car when it crashes. Correct?
Right.
Yeah. He's a good driver. He might not be that good. That can like force. Although she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so probably wouldn't be the hardest thing to have a crash that didn't kill you but killed them.
You'd have to get like T-boned.
Wasn't the car not going that fast?
Well, it was going like 70 to 90 miles an hour when it went into the tunnel.
Okay.
Allegedly.
I mean, if you hit anything at 90, you're
Cooked.
Yes.
even 70.
Yeah, 70 and you're not buckled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked. So the official verdict on this photographer that owned the Fiat Uno was suicide. His body was in a black burnt-out BMW in a forest in southern France. They did an inquest into the death of Diana, and they found evidence from his friends and associates that prior to his death, he had talked of suicide by pouring petrol in a car and lighting a cigar. And they say that when the car was found, his body was in the driver's seat. His head was detached and lay between the front seats. There was a hole in his left temple. The French pathologist concluded this hole was caused by the intense heat of the fire rather than a bullet hole. I'm not a fire expert, so I can't say whether or not that happens in a fire. But it sounds suspicious at the very least, right?
Yeah. A hole from fire.
Yeah.
Not really how that works usually.
I don't know. So they never found this white car, and this white car might have like done the pit maneuver on him. You know the pit maneuver?
I watch YouTube videos on it all the time.
I feel like at this point, I could pull off a pit maneuver. If you had to, Big T, if there was a car that was like driving, let's just say 70 miles an hour on the highway, and there was a terrorist that was driving them, and there were no cops on the road, and you heard it on the radio, and they're like, hey, there's this guy, he's driving, he's bad news. Can somebody take him out? If you were driving behind him, could you pull off a pit maneuver?
I don't think I could do it nearly as effectively as like the Arkansas State Police do.
They're probably the best at it, right?
Great videos on YouTube if you haven't checked them out. But I think I could spin him out.
Yeah. Sometimes they do it. It's so smooth. They get behind the car.
They're such great videos.
They spin them. The car doesn't flip, doesn't hit anything. It just kind of spins around as it continues to drift, and then the driver just can't restart it.
Yeah.
Those are sweet. That must be a great feeling if you pull off a great pit maneuver,
Yeah.
right?
Great videos.
Arian, you think you could do one?
No.
Do you know what the pit maneuver is?
No.
You get up behind the car, and then you kind of align your front wheel next to their back wheel, and then you just kind of drift into the back side of their car, and it just spins them. Now, sometimes if you do it wrong, you can flip them. But that's how they disable a car.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that ever.
And in Arkansas, they do not play. If you are considering getting in a chase with the Arkansas State Police on the interstate, I would highly advise against it.
What do they do if it's a motorcycle?
I don't think they do the pit maneuver to motorcycle because you're pretty much killing somebody.
Yeah, I would think so. I'm having a hard time understanding why this was a big deal. I mean,
Princess Diana?
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
I mean, you were like aware of what was going on in '97, wasn't she? Like one of the most famous people in the world.
Not to me. I mean, I'm sure other people. Like, it's just not. I just don't understand.
I think it's because
like Pac died in '96. She died what, '97?
Yeah,
it was a sad day for me when Pac died.
I think it was because she was looked at as being a very sympathetic figure.
Right.
Because she was trying to do good stuff for the world. She was reaching out and doing things that the royal family normally doesn't do. And she was being advised like, hey, you need to stop this. They were angry. They couldn't control her. And so when they got the divorce and her husband was cheating on her, everybody looked at Diana and they were like, we love this princess. We still have her back.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole concept of the royal family is kind of weird, if you ask me, having mascots for your country.
Yeah.
But she was definitely like a very, very sympathetic figure.
Who's the today's equivalent Princess Diana?
Probably Kate. But not even Kate.
No, not even nearly.
I don't think
same.
there isn't an equivalent that has, I think, done the most for humanizing the royal family as much as she did, and humanizing a lot of people with issues that she cared about.
But she was, how many women in the world were more famous than her in 1997?
Not many.
Like Madonna, maybe?
Maybe. That's a maybe, though.
And other than that, like...
Mother Teresa?
I'd say that Princess Diana was probably the most famous woman in the world at the time of her death.
So now that would be what, Taylor Swift?
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Couldn't get to 26 million views, though.
That's true.
Well, there's some discrepancy there, but...
This guy.
Well, 26. She was never close to 26.
16.
May have gotten to 16.
Stop the count, head ass.
No, continue the count. They did stop it. Count every vote.
Yeah, no, I don't think there is a Princess Diana up today.
No.
Especially in a political figure.
Yeah, and the royal family right now, it's like Kate, but she's not as visible.
Meghan,
but people don't like her.
Yeah,
like everyone liked Diana because she was wronged.
Yeah,
like treated like shit, and like a really good person.
Yeah,
I think we live in the era where it doesn't matter what you do. Like, there's gonna be a swath of people that hate you, and there's gonna be a swath of people that love you. So, like, I think the days of like unheralded
monoculture doesn't exist like that.
Yeah, that shit's done, man.
Who's the most universally liked person today?
There is not one that I can think of.
Charles Barkley?
No. I like him, but like, a bunch of people don't like Charles Barkley.
And I feel like even if you get to a point where almost everyone likes you, then people start to dislike you just for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like The Rock. Like everybody used to love The Rock, and now like it's not cool to like The Rock.
It's just you can't. What's the famous Jay-Z line? Said, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Is that a Jay-Z line?
I think that was Batman.
Yeah, I think that's Batman.
Oh, sorry. My bad, guys. I heard it from Jay-Z. My apologies. I didn't mean to dethrone your... Fuck Batman. He's the worst superhero in the fucking Marvel or DC universe. Dog shit superhero. Imagine Jeff Bezos going out fighting crime, beating up poor people. Fuck that guy.
But I don't know. PFT is one of them.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So here's I asked
Jerry O'Connell.
Who is the most famous women while at the death or when she died in 97, Oprah Winfrey, Madonna, Mother Teresa, Celine Dion, Queen Elizabeth.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean she was up there. Yeah.
I would dispute several of those.
No, I was just saying like I didn't say who was more famous. I just
No,
said
yeah.
who was famous. I think she probably got all of them actually. Maybe not Mother Teresa though. Globally, I mean,
Maybe.
we all know what we feel about her, but I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
one of the worst.
Adam Sandler.
Horrible.
Well, maybe not
Women,
you,
bro.
Big T.
Women, bro.
No, I love Adam Sandler.
Oh, loved? Oh, loved people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really heard too many
I think
like
he's pretty
fuck Adam
universally
Sandler
liked.
takes. Yeah, you might be right.
I think it might be Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler is our Princess Diana.
I don't want anything to happen to the guy.
Love grown-ups and grown-ups too.
So I think at the very least, we can say that the paparazzi are pieces of shit, right?
For sure. But also
Well, I think your take was the correct take, PFT. They just doing their job. They just have a job to do. Their job is to go out and get pictures. It's the people that are consuming. If you follow TMZ or Shade Room or any of those kind of, it's you. You're the problem. There's only a market for it because you're consuming it.
You killed Princess Diana.
It's you. It is you. You are the underbelly of society. You are what's wrong with this place. It's you. Stop following that shit. Stop it. All right. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. I mean, if it's like drugs. If you want the cartels to stop killing each other, killing people, then stop doing drugs.
No. I was gonna say make them legal.
Yeah, that's another way. That takes the power out from the cartels.
Nobody's running hooch no more. Nobody's running moonshine on, in the back routes.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, the paparazzi, they've got some fault in all this. I don't know if I buy the explanation that it was like a government operation to have her die in a car accident.
No, this is.
I feel like there's other ways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just like listening to, because I've always heard about it and then kind of like just listening to it, going over it. Very uninteresting, in my opinion.
I don't know. That's uninteresting. I think there's some parts of it that are kind of interesting.
Not to me.
But the reality is that if the world's most famous person dies in any way, there's going to be theories about how it's more than meets the eye.
Who's the world's most? Donald Trump? Is he the most famous person right now?
It's either him or Messi or Ronaldo.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, that's true.
No, you're not wrong. Like every time this nigga tweet, it always pops up in my For You page. He don't even be tweeting about shit, and it's just a million likes.
I mean, it will always the most famous person in the world will probably always be one of the president of the United States, like the top soccer player in the world, and like maybe one or two other celebrities.
Maybe like a singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even if Trump had done the thing where he had a tactical strike called in on him and Putin at the same time when they're walking down the red carpet, and it was like on camera, there would still be theories about that. It would be like that was a fake Trump, or that was a fake Putin.
Yes.
That they got.
I mean, he had an assassination attempt, and we still kind of we don't know much about that guy, do we?
Sure don't.
Not
Neither
really.
of them.
Well, we're finding out more about the guy that had the rifle on the golf course.
The second guy
in Florida, right?
First guy.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No real updates at all. It's interesting.
Yep.
It's very. What do you think, Big T?
I don't know what to think. We don't know anything.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if that bullet had hit him in the head.
It would have been a very different world.
Imagine the conversations we'd be having about that guy that we don't know anything about.
Yeah.
I feel like we should still be having, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
He failed. Like, where's the background checks?
We don't really know anything about the guy at all. We know that, I guess his parents were confused as to why he tried to kill the president, or the guy that was running for president. We know that he was in like a marksman class and wasn't very good. That's about it. I think his phone was locked, and so they're like, oh, we can't do anything about this. We know that his last name was Crooks.
Really getting to the nitty-gritty.
That's about it. I think that's literally all that we know about the guy. Because every other article I've read is just people being frustrated that there's no other information about him.
Yeah, I've resigned myself to anything important you're never going to know, so just don't even worry about it.
Yeah. The only way...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, no, if Trump were to die in any way, there would be theories about, like, this is more than meets the eye. It doesn't matter what it is. The only way, like, if he walked into the tail rotor of Marine One, as he's like, he gives an impromptu press conference outside the White House, and he's like, okay, I'll see you guys later, and then turns around and walks into the helicopter. That's probably the only way that people would be like, oh, that's how he died. He got hit by a helicopter. Tough. But besides that, I feel like there's going to be a theory, like, even if he gets sick, if he goes to the hospital,
for sure.
Yeah, then there's going to be a million theories behind it. Like Putin poisoned him.
There's a speculation going around about Trump. He keeps showing up with like a bruised hand or patch on his hand or like makeup on his hand. And there's a few theories going around. So the theories are, I've heard one from said it was a doctor, that he has something something heart failure. There you go. He's in the early stages of that, and he named all the kind of shit that he gets, but he said he gets it like once a week or once every 2 weeks. He gets like some kind of medicine, and he said that he said I doubt he's going to change his diet, so this is like the early stages of it.
It's also just like, how much worse can you blend his makeup out? Like, get a better makeup artist if you don't want it to be a scene.
Yeah, the patches are bad. And he said that if you notice, he's not like, he sits behind desks a lot more than often. I haven't noticed this. So this is just what I'm going off what he said. He said because his feet and ankles and legs are swollen, and that's a big sign of that heart failure as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of people. The streets are talking, Big T.
Yeah, I find it interesting that it's mostly the people who ignored Joe Biden being a vegetable for 4 years, but he's old.
I was not one of those people. I don't know you're looking at me like that, bro.
No, I know. But most of the people talking about Trump were.
I can't confirm nor deny
that. He's an old guy. I'm sure he's not in the best shape he's been in.
All right, well, that was Macrodosing. We'll be back on Thursday, brand new episode. And next week, a little house cleaning. We've got Labor Day coming up on Monday. So we won't be in the office, but there will be an episode that comes out on Tuesday, voicemails. So give us a call. Please want to hear from Macrodosians. What's the phone number, Mad Dog?
347-560-0401.
My bad.
All right, run it back.
347-560-0401.
Okay, there you go. Hit us up.
Yeah.
I was going to say what's up with Squeaks, man. It's been a minute since we heard an update, Squeaks.
I haven't heard from him. He hasn't left a voicemail in a while.
I hope he's okay, man. Hope you're okay, Squeaks.
I think he's probably fine. I think he's probably having a great summer.
Mm-hmm.
Did he graduated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's like got a job now, presumably.
Might just be busy.
Yeah, might just be like living out his last summer of freedom.
I mean, summer's over.
No, it's not over yet.
Brother, it's football season.
It's not Labor Day yet.
Is Labor Day the mark of the end of the summer?
That's the end of summer, yeah.
Huh. I did ride down the street yesterday, and it was like 5-ish, and I felt a little cool breeze in Houston. I was like, hold on now.
It was 59 degrees in Chicago this morning.
Don't get me excited.
It was amazing.
Hey, it's hoodie season approaching. That's one of my favorite seasons.
It felt great. It felt great this morning.
Yeah. We're back.
We're so back.
Except for your laptop being stolen.
Stop it. Yeah. Well, today's episode is brought to you by Stella Blue. It's National Dog Day. Happy holidays to all who celebrate. Stella Blue Coffee is celebrating by living its mission to help homeless pets find forever homes. Today only, all proceeds will be donated to Paws Chicago, which finds homes for more than 5,000 dogs and cats every year. It's home to the nation's largest medical hospital for homeless pets. We brew to rescue, and Stella Blue Coffee's delicious roasts are available in cold brew, K-Cups, ground, whole bean formats. They seamlessly fit into your morning coffee routine. Go to StellaBlueCoffee.com or go to Amazon today. Join us in helping homeless pets find their forever homes with Stella Blue Coffee. Get involved. Happy National Dog Day. I'm going to give Blake extra dinner tonight. Extra treats for Blake. Happy National Dog Day. And we will see you guys on Thursday. Love you guys.